I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Red September Tuesday. Live from the Xfinity Studios, this is the Anthony Gargano Show after a playoff feel. A crisp September evening last night in Citizens Bank Park, and we saw the resurgence of Aaron Nola. Oh, did everybody need that? Especially Nola. What 6 innings of gemstones? 6 innings, only 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts against that Mets lineup that had hit him pretty hard last time. And it was a gem of an outing. Aaron Nola pitched well. It was a great sign. Great sign. So now it's on Nola to start stacking starts. Because here's the truth, right? Like, I'm still going lefty, right? Now, it depends on schedule and who you're playing, but you like to mix in a right-hander, right? So maybe in a 7-game series, depending on the way the schedule looks, you could have Nola pitch a game 3 at home or figure it out. I'd want him at home for sure. That's where I would want to pitch him, and I would work the rotation around that. But it was a big deal. And you want a right-hander just to break up the lefties. I mean, clearly it's Sanchez, Ranger, Luzardo are the deserve that you feel good about handing them the ball to start a playoff game. But look, this is a big deal. He's pitched well before in the playoffs, right? Like, he's got experience in the playoffs. If you could just get him right, stack a couple more good starts, you'll feel better. And man, I'll tell you what makes you feel better is having a strikeout closer, right? Having a guy like Duran to be able to get out of a jam. And I was thinking about this last night. So he comes in, right? Alonso gets the base hit, and then Vientos the 1-out double, second and third. Now, the ball's in the corner, and I'm wondering, are they going to wave Mauricio around? Because in my mind, I'm thinking they should wave them around, because I wouldn't want to take a chance on somebody putting the ball in play against Duran. So, but I don't know how close it was. I couldn't really tell. It looked like the ball was in the corner a little bit. And, obviously you never want to make that second out at home, tying run. So I get being conservative. But the beauty of what I love from a Philly standpoint is having a guy like Duran, because it's second and third. And what does he do? Strike, right, to McNeil. McNeil's dangerous. Good hitter, puts the ball in play. But you know what? When you're in a hole against Duran, it's a pit. Like, it's a pit of a hole. So 0-2, he gets it to 2-2, but sooner or later, you're going to wave at that splitter. Sooner or later, you're going to go around. He got bailed out by a check, and then he went around. Strike out. And then it's 2 outs. Now all of a sudden, all the pressure. And then he punches out Alvarez on the strikeout. Boom, boom. Threat extinguished. Phillies win 1-0. And look, that should do it. I don't want to dance on any graves, but 8 games, I think it's great. If you win 1 more, it's over. I think it's over now, but you win 1 more just to be sure you got the division. And then you have to hold sight for the 2 seed, right? Make sure the Dodgers don't catch you. The Padres don't catch you. That's what you got to worry about. But you're good, man. That was you're good with the division. And that was a great win last night against a really, really, tough situation. You got no Turner, right? They had the kid McLean on the mound, who's very good. So you're going into it, it's daunting, and you're able to win 1-0. So great base. It felt like playoff baseball, man. It felt awesome. I know my man was down there. We're going to talk to him in a second. And then, of course, Eagles news yesterday. Tank Bigsby, you get the Tank come over from Jacksonville. You need another back. So it's pretty easy to understand. Shipley's going to be out a while. So with Shipley out, you need a kickoff returner. And so that's why Bigsby's here. Yeah, I think they like his, as a possibility, as depth guy. But in reality, they needed him because of Shipley's hurt injury. It's going to be a minute. And because you need a kickoff returner. So they get the Tank in. And I love the Tank in college. Tank was a great college player. He hasn't really put it together. But I like taking a flyer on him. You didn't give up anything. So I like that. We had a wild game last night, a Monday night game between the Vikings and the Bears. I have my NFC power rankings after week 1. I want to throw you guys, because it's all about the NFC. The league power rankings don't really matter. It's just about the NFC. Like, who's going to challenge the Eagles? That's it. And Minnesota, the kid, JJ looked terrible in the first half, looked overwhelmed, threw the pick 6, right? Horrible throw. And then he came back and he played some great football. So, look, they could be pretty good. I think, Green Bay, Minnesota, we'll talk about it. But to me, it's a Red October Tuesday, whatever the day is. Red October Tuesday, Red September Tuesday. Having the Mets in town and winning like that. Crowd was wild. And you were among them, VG.
I was. Playoff baseball last night. It was a great game. Pitchers duel.
Yeah.
McLean, second time they've seen him. 7 hits.
Kid's legit.
But you know how it is. 7 hits off him. There was at one point I was like, man, it was like the 5th inning. He only had like 50 pitches or something.
Yeah.
I was like, man, even the woman next to me keeps scoring. She's like, his pitch count's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a great time. Philly fans do it like they do. Foul ball goes into the section over me. Guy catches it, and the entire section starts chanting like Philly Karen, "That's my ball. That's my ball."
They're the greatest. They're the greatest.
Yeah.
They are the greatest. It is such theater down there.
Oh.
Every night. It is awesome.
And can I say, Topper has got bigger stones than I do. Rav 4 innings coming up, Nola, scared. He got through it. 5th inning, leadoff walk, no action in the bullpen. I would have had someone up immediately. Nothing. Nola gets out of it. And then you're thinking, all right, we got 5. We're good, kid. We'll take it from here. Topper brings him out again for the 6th with like the meat of the lineup coming up.
Yeah.
Real confidence booster for him.
But here's the thing. You can't manage that game like you're managing to win a playoff game. You got to take that night, last night, because you still have that healthy lead. So you got to take that night and you got to give this the injection into Nola.
That's what he did. Yeah.
And that was the
I
right.
wouldn't have. I would have been scared.
I would have done the same thing because
you're a dude. I'm not a dude. I'm scared. I would have been.
It's not about being scared. No, my only point to you is that it's not about. It was great you won, and but last night the most important thing was Nola, having Nola feel good, and 5, 6, yeah, like
3 hits.
You go 6 strong,
yeah,
you feel good. You go 5, it's like, well, they're still worried that I'm going to blow up, right?
Yes.
You go 6,
I am. Yes.
It's like, hey, you know what? I showed I can do it. I can get us 6 strong. And in the playoffs, look, your starter, you'd like to have 7. If it's Wheeler, you want 8. But with a Nola, you want 6. Like, that's what you want.
That was perfect.
When you're looking at it, like, I look at Luzardo. Luzardo on a great night, I want 7. On an okay night where he's got good stuff, decent, I want 6. Same thing with Ranger.
Yeah.
Right? Like, same thing. Sanchez, the one guy that I know I got 7 out of.
Yeah, I would have just leaned to let's slowly build this confidence with a guy with an 8 ERA, but Topper doing Topper things. So props to Topper.
I just think it's important, and you see it. Here it is. Here's the standings. Oh,
so let's look at this. So I'm where I don't want to face either the Mets or the Giants at any point in the playoffs because the Phillies don't play well at Citi Field. They don't play well in San Francisco.
I hate that San Francisco.
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah, I don't want to be out there.
All right. Or 2010. 2010 was the year. And Baez drops the ball in the outfield.
Yes.
Oh, God, I freaking hate San Francisco.
So the Phillies, they got the Royals, the Dodgers, Arizona, but then they finish up with Minnesota and Miami. Not bad. The Dodgers got a stretch. They got the Giants, the Phillies, the Giants, Arizona, Seattle. So they don't have any series off. No easy ones there. So that gives me hope. But
yeah, I feel good. What about the Pods? What's their schedule?
I know the Pods have the Mets.
They're right on their tail.
Yeah, are they tied? I don't know. I'm not so much worried about going to San Diego, though.
No?
No, not as much as San Fran or Mets. The Padres got the Reds. They're finishing up with the Reds. And they got the Rockies, Mets, White Sox, Brewers, Cardinals, or Diamondbacks.
Okay.
So they got some easy ones on there.
All right. Well, listen, here's the one issue that you worry about when you're looking at the Phils is Turner.
Kepler batting leadoff.
I mean, their lineup. Their lineup is not. Yeah, the lineup's not good. Without Turner, they're going to struggle.
Let me ask you, the way he's been hitting, would you consider Bader leadoff?
I would.
I think
against
like
lefties, though.
Yeah,
against lefties, he may do that. Like we'll see tonight because I think it's Minaya tonight.
Yeah.
So I would bet against the lefty. I would bet Bader leadoff.
I'm with you.
He's done it before. Like the Twins would do stuff like that. Like the Twins would put their right-handers up and. So Bader's done it before. I would have Bader lead off.
Do you like Bryce over Schwarber leading off against right-handers?
I do.
Do you?
I do. Here's the thing. We need Bryce time.
He's got to get going.
Yeah. We need Bryce time in a big way.
He's not in a 0 for 20, but he's struggling.
You need if without Turner, like think about. You're an opposing pitcher, and you got no Turner in the lineup because Turner's had a wonderful year, right?
Oh, yeah, borderline MVP year.
Yeah, so without Turner in the lineup, you just got to pitch around 2 guys. Right? Like, that's how you look at it.
Yes.
And so you go, I'm not going to get beat by Schwarber for sure, so I'm not going to give him anything to hit. Mm-hmm. And, the reason why I like Bryce leading off is you really don't want to pitch around your leadoff hitter,
Yeah.
So
I actually just saw an overlay of the Mauricio play. So I guess he really they have it like it's synced up. He hesitated a ton coming off first base. So I don't think there's any way they could have sent him. Stott had the ball before he even reached third base.
It's a moot point. It was funny. I didn't see where he was.
Yeah.
But like with facing Durant, like I think Durant, like I get it. Like,
dude, they did get the one ball hit the umpire. Ooh, that would have been a killer.
Dude, when that happened,
yes,
I was like, oh my God. That was McNeil.
Yes.
Yeah. If I was like, they're not, because when the ball gets hit, you're like, ah.
Yes.
And the worst thing would have been if they would have clawed back and then
go like 2-1
off Durant.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. No. Like losing that game.
It's like you wouldn't been able to hit.
I would have came in like this, shaking like a leaf. shaking.
It had a lot of Mets fans down there last night too. That ball's fair. It's like I'm just standing in foul territory.
Right. Exactly.
It's not in the game field of play.
I know. Man, we're going to get them in the playoffs, aren't we?
Who?
The Mets.
No, I know. No.
I don't
I'm at a point where I'd rather play the Dodgers right now. I watched the Dodgers game last night against the Rockies. It's like,
Dude, well, here's the thing with the Dodgers. That's amazing. Is their lineup is not good.
I don't know what's going on with them.
They're
right
not
now.
hitting.
No, not at all. And their bullpen is
Even
shaky.
Ohtani's not really. He's been scuffling a little bit recently. But But Teoscar's not hitting.
No. Otani's the whole offense.
Betts is not hitting.
No, Betts has had a rough year.
Rough year. I mean, the only one Freeman hits a little bit, has been hit a little bit.
Yeah. I will never say anything. I respect him too much because he's a Phillies killer.
You know who I hate is a killer? He scares me. Is Muncy.
Oh, I was going to try and guess Muncy. Yes.
Yeah. Muncy's a guy that scares me a little bit.
There's almost I thought during McNeil at bat with Duran, the double curves or the knuckle curves. I'm like, just throw the gas by him. He's not going to catch up to it.
Yeah. If I have one quibble, it's that.
I mean, it was great against Alvarez. That guy, he doesn't know what he was swinging at.
Right. He was closing his eyes.
Yeah.
I see my kids, my 12U kids do that.
Yeah.
We get a kid that really can hum.
Right.
They're up there and they're just closing their eyes and
praying for
acting.
contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like. He dances a little too much. Like, just go in.
I agree.
Just power.
Yeah.
Just go in and throw fire.
No one's catching that
You're
letter
throwing
high.
Fire. Just throw the fire.
102.2. Come on. No one I know you'll get lucky, but McNeil chest high is not hitting that.
No, he's not doing that. He's not getting a bat around like that. No. And plus, but here's the beauty. Having a strikeout guy is humongous. Like,
Yes.
like you can breathe a sigh of relief because you don't fear. Like, I didn't have a ton of fear runner on third and less than 2 outs last night.
Well, I think you're an anomaly. The ballpark was a little tense. It was second and third.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have as much fear as I normally would because I know I got a strikeout guy.
Yeah. You're right, but it was a little nerve-wracking last night. And Peter Tom Willis is in the chat. Robertson has been pitching pretty darn good since he's been here. I got to give him that. I know he's a nibbler, but he's been locating really well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see him in the playoffs, but
He's going to be a 6th or 7th inning guy in the playoffs.
yeah. I mean,
especially once
I don't like
Alvarado
nibblers.
leaves.
I'm not a nibbler.
I know.
I don't like nibblers.
I know. You got to respect the nibbler every now and then.
I don't like them. They scare me, the nibblers, because if the nibbler's off, the nibbler gets rocked.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
Like if you're a tick off,
Let's hope he's
you get rocked. That's why I'm not a big fan of nibblers. But I get it. I you can't have a whole staff.
It's been a nice
of
acquisition.
Fire throw. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You can't have a whole staff of flamethrowers. All right. Football. Tank comes in.
Love it. Just the name alone. I like it. But
Did you watch him at Auburn? What
yeah, I love them at all.
What a college player.
No, I don't know
What
anything about him at Auburn. Did I watch him at Auburn?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Auburn's big on my list of viewing.
No, but
No.
they're a good program, and he was a guy that had a I mean, they were able to run the ball. They were run.
So why is he stuck on the depth chart on a mediocre team or a bad
Listen,
team?
he hasn't really put it together. He's had flashes and moments, but
I mean, you look at some of these stats, yards after contact, 3rd in the league. I mean, it's pretty good. Elusive rating, whatever that is, seems good. 106.8, he's 4th. I mean, I don't know.
I
don't know either.
Those stats like that, but
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's definitely worth a flyer. He's under contract for 2 more years.
Yeah.
He's a depth piece in the backfield.
I mean, they got to think pretty highly of him to give him 2 draft picks. I know they're 3rd days, but 2
Right.
picks, not
Yeah,
one.
3rd picks, though.
A 1 could be a 4 if
Yeah.
Bryce Huff somehow.
No, it
starts.
tells you that he's in their plans.
Yes.
Like he's in their plans for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at it and you go, all right. And Howie's just a brilliant. Like
This is his 5th trade since training camp.
Well, who said that? There's a man who said that. He's going to join us today.
Who is it?
Baldy said he's going to make 8 moves.
8?
Remember that?
I don't remember that.
It was like 8 or 10 moves.
I remember that.
8
I remember
good.
the 8
It
moves.
was 8, right?
What are we at? Like 6 or 7?
Yeah, he said we're going to
We
make.
got 5 trades.
He's going to make 8 moves. That's going to make this team a true contender again.
All right.
And he's
What's
ticker in
next?
the back
What's
end.
next, you think?
Corner.
I mean,
It's got to be a corner.
Got to be
if-
corner, right?
I think that kid, they worked the kid out in Cincinnati.
So, yeah, Hilton,
Yeah.
they signed him. He's predominantly a slot. Does that move Coop out to the...
I saw that. I don't want to move Coop.
The guy's played almost no outside corner.
No, I know. That's why I think you need an outside corner.
Yeah.
You need some. You got to get rid of Adoree Jackson.
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
And you need to have, yeah,
Please.
brother, yeah. And then you get rid of Adoree Jackson. Bennett's the guy, and you need somebody that can back Bennett up.
Right. It doesn't
That's
seem
how
like
I
it would
look
be
at it.
Hilton, but
No, it's not Hilton.
it might be.
But they worked him out, but they didn't sign him yet.
True.
So I think they know that. I think Howie knows that, which is why.
Well, if an idiot like me knows it, Howie surely knows it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's where you're at. And the other thing with Bigsby is he returns kicks. So with
Small sample size, like 6 of them, I think, 5 or 6.
yeah, but they had nobody.
Right. No, I know.
Yeah, no, you need
Yeah.
somebody who can do it.
Britton
Yeah.
Covey. No.
Nah.
Britton.
Brett Covey.
I'm so glad. Like, I'm over Britton Covey.
Yeah, no,
Nice guy.
Listen, because you're gonna need a backup. You're gonna need another running back because he's out a while.
Like broken ribs, 6 to 8 weeks.
He's gonna be out a while.
Okay.
So it's a length of time. So you have to have another back.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Yeah, it's
I
got
like
a pedigree.
All right. What'd you think of JJ last night?
JJ Stokes. Was he doing something last night?
JJ Stokes. Yeah, JJ from Good Times.
Horrible first half. Put it together in the second half against a mediocre Bears team. Fine.
Wow. Yeah, you're a little.
I'm not
I have to
hugely
tell-
impressed by the Vikings right now.
I have to tell you, that environment, that stadium was rocking. And they were blitzing the hell out of him. I got to tell you, I was impressed.
I mean, once they really in the second half found a way to establish the run game, and that opened things up.
Well, it
for
always,
JJ.
I mean,
sure.
I mean, that's
I don't know how suddenly
But
the
dude,
Bears couldn't stop the run.
What that kid showed you was impressed.
Made some nice throws.
I was
I
impressed.
agree.
In a big way, I was impressed. There was ample time. Like, that thing was tipped. When he throws the pick six,
Mhm.
I'm like, they're cooked. That's it. You throw that pick six, and he got off the mat in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
3 scoring drives, man.
No, he put it together. He was
On
throwing
the
some nice
road.
sips, some good balls. Yeah.
On the road, and he was money. I mean, he was.
I know. For some reason, I can't get into the Vikings. I don't.
Nobody's asking
I'm
you
not
to be
saying
a
get
fan.
into them. I'm like,
When I
they
told
played
him
the
the
Bears.
game-
They played the Bears.
Bears are good.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't know.
Listen, they're going to be very good.
I'm
not
with you.
this
Big
year.
Farts Jones says the Bears are horrendous. Thank you, Fartsy.
They're not horrendous. I love you, Fartsy. They're not horrendous.
I agree with Fartsy.
They're not horrendous. You got to look at it through a football prism first. Like, just through put the fan, just because you're saying they look good or like.
He had a really nice second half. That's what I'm saying. But I have to put in context. It's the
I'm not
Bears.
saying they're the Eagles.
Right.
Right? But, like, the Bears aren't bad. I'm telling you, they're not bad. And they're going to be good. Ben Johnson needs this year to get Caleb right. Like, Caleb has a ton of ability.
He could be quite elusive if he wants
Oh,
to.
yeah, right? And he's got a great arm. Like, he's just got to, Ben Johnson's got to put him together. And that's what this year's about for them. Like, I know they're freaking out in Chicago.
Well, I mean, the games that we've seen turn in the baseball games in one night, Sunday night football, Monday night football, where people clearly should have won these games, these teams, and collapses.
Yeah, the Bills thing was an unbelievable comeback, and then last night was, they had a couple chances just to step on their throats.
Yes,
and they couldn't do it. I'm going to give you my NFC power rankings.
Chargers number 2, Vikings number 3.
I hate you. I hate you. I really do. You, Andrew, save me, please.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
here's who I got.
Andrew doesn't even know what's wrong with what I just said there.
You said Chargers.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the whole thing about Cuz loving the Chargers. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the Chargers are in the AFC.
Oh, yeah, that.
Here's
But,
my NFC
but you're also just, chopping on
Let's
them.
hear it.
I go Saints, Panthers.
Oh, we're going bottom up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saints, Panthers, Giants, Seahawks, Bears, Cowboys, Falcons, Cardinals, Niners, Lions, Buccaneers, Rams, Commanders, Vikings, Packers, Eagles.
There's a couple I might switch around.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
But what-
Through
what
my
is your-
football glasses.
What does your
Through
trained
my
eye say?
football trained eyes. I
Bad eyes.
believe the Falcons are a tougher team than the Cardinals. And
Yeah, listen, I do too. I mean, part of the reason I had them originally over the Cardinals, but the Cardinals did win, and I want to see what they got because I do like Murray.
I'm not a big Murray fan.
I think he's got ability. I mean, I do. I think now I love Penix, but he's still got to grow a little bit. I like their young. I love Bijan, right? Like I think they're close. I would probably put him ahead of but right now after week 1, because Arizona won, I put them ahead of them.
All right. And I would probably put the Rams and Bucks above the Vikings and Commanders.
The Rams and Bucks?
Yeah.
No. Washington looked good, dude. Like they here's the
They
thing.
did?
Yeah, they
I
did.
thought you said you weren't impressed with them.
Okay, so I'm not impressed with them. Here's what impresses me. Their defense looked good. Like I thought their defense played very well. I'm not in love with them. Like they're some great. Like the Eagles matched up great against them, right?
Mhm.
Like I don't view them against the Eagles. I don't worry about them. Like I don't think they can beat the Eagles, but I think they could beat. I think they're better constructed right now than Tampa. Tampa's O-line is worrisome. Like if they had an O-line, I would be worried about them. But their O-line's banged up.
All right. And Rams? I mean, Rams were toe-to-toe with the Birds, and they got Devontae Adams added.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not as scared with the Rams. Like, I want to see a little bit more. They didn't look good in their opener at all.
No. I mean, that's
14 points.
Yeah. That's probably
Yeah,
a fact
C.J.
that
Stroud.
Stafford not playing at all.
C.J. Stroud kind of stinks. So, I mean, they got that beautiful interception that they had. I mean,
Just say to bail them out.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think Washington deserves it right now.
Okay.
I do like, and I think Minnesota is very good.
I know. You like that coach.
I love that coach. And I love
like it. I love it.
I love College Chill.
Shout out to College Chill.
We'll run all this stuff by Franny Films, who's going to join us. We're going to we'll get into all the weeds with Franny. We love it. We got all kinds of great stuff. Franny's coming up. We'll have our Eagles update with EJ. We got Baldy's big hits.
Nice.
We love that. And then, of course, Jimmy Steaks to talk fightings.
Should be in a good mood.
And the brain.
All right, brain.
All right. We got lots to get to. Let's talk about, since we got Baldy, we got Ford.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Ford Explorer. Yes, America's all-time best-selling SUV. A legacy of family trust and performance. The Explorer. 3-row seating for up to 7 passengers. Great for families, for road trips, for coaches.
If you're a musician, tons of stuff for your gear.
Yeah. I never
Throw some amps and guitars in there.
It never comes to my mind.
Yeah.
I think sports, you think music. That's what's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I liked music.
I wish you did too. You'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I know. It's a shame. Can't be as cool as you.
Come on, man. We drive around listening to our 70s R&B all the time.
Well, I like that. I like that music. I like my 70s, 80s, 90s.
Your 90s club music.
Yeah, I like my R&B.
Yeah.
My hip 90s hip hop.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
I'm not.
All those people need gear to carry gear with them.
Yeah.
So they should all be driving Explorers.
All right. Well, they got 3 powertrains, including hybrid for better fuel economy. You get up to, this is wild, man. The i4 engine delivers power with efficiency up to 300 horsepower. There's a great balance of power and economy with the hybrid model, 500 miles driving range. They have a series of advanced driver assist features. They have the high-tech feel to the driving experience. I mean, Way cool, all right?
Yeah.
You get to drive in different modes like snow, sand, in case
Mud.
you're driving on the beach,
Yeah.
right? Tow or haul, you're hooked up, man. And there's 87.8 cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seats folded down.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Plenty of room.
So you got it all for your amps and all your music equipment.
Want to buy an
And all
85-inch
the sports.
TV? Put the seats down, put the
Yeah.
box right in the back of it.
Yeah. It's built for families, but ready for adventure. A true do-it-all SUV. For more information, visit your local Ford store.
Let's talk about TrueMark Financial. TrueMark, we love them. They love our sports teams, and they're always looking out for their customers and their customers' children. So, fall's here. Maybe your kids worked all summer. They got a little bit of money. They got some summer job that they saved up for. Maybe they got some chores now that they're back in the grind of things. So it's the perfect time to set them up with something that teaches them real-world money skills and gives them a little bit of freedom. And this is the Greenlight debit card and money app from TrueMark. And if you're a TrueMark Financial member, you get it totally free, this Greenlight account, and it's great for your kids and teens. Simple way for them to manage their own money, whether it's from a job allowance, birthday cash, whatever. They'll get their own debit card. They can set savings goals. They can track spending and learn how to actually budget, all while you stay in the loop from your phone. So you're still in control, but they get to learn how money really works in everyday life. So before the kids are grown and with no financial skills, this is a great way to help them build those smart money habits that'll stick with them long after the season's over. Head over to TrueMark.com/Greenlight. Get all the details. Sign up today. Don't miss this chance to set your kids up for some financial success. TrueMark.com/Greenlight.
All right. Now, let's go to our man who is unbelievable. Well, you got to check out his playbook on Fridays, his film breakdown. I love him. He's a true football man. Sorry, VG.
No, I know. He's probably got a full scouting report from Tank Bigsby.
He's got you beat by a little bit.
Truth.
All right. He is, of course, our buddy, Franny Films.
They do not crave food nor drink for nourishment, for they exist solely on the glow of the all 22 monitors. They are the Leatherheads, and he is Franny Films.
Good morning, Films.
Morning, Ed. Morning, VG. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Brandy?
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's cover some quick things. I want to do the latest news. I want to look back at Thursday night. I want to look around the league. Sounds good?
Beautiful.
Let's start with Tank. And I know Shipley's going to be out a while, and they need a kickoff returner. And I think they like him.
Yeah, I mean, look, I had a pretty high grade on Bigsby when he was coming out of Auburn in 2023. He was my third-ranked running back that year. This is a guy that I didn't think would be like a high-end NFL starter, but I thought that he could be like a suitable replacement level, 3-down type of ball carrier because he could present a lot of different things for an offense and for a team. I thought he had 4-down potential because of his ability to impact as a kick returner. He can block. He can catch the ball a little bit out of the backfield. He's not like a wiggle and shake kind of running back. He's very much like tall, high cut, straight line, kind of hard charger. Someone on social media actually just said he kind of reminds them of Jay Ajayi in terms of the running style. And he's that kind of like very frenetic, like chop his feet really fast, get downhill fast, kind of a quick hitting runner. I like his ability to just find hitting yardage. He's really good through contact. He's always falling forward. That situation down in Jacksonville last year, the offense just wasn't very good. And so, you go back and you're trying to comb through their positive plays offensively. I just thought he was a more efficient runner than Travis Etienne. Etienne was just a lot more volatile. You got a lot of, you get the home runs, but you got a lot of strikeouts as well with Etienne. I thought Bigsby was much more of like your singles and doubles type of runner. And that's what you're getting. It is. I mean, they give up two day 3 picks. So I think to your point, Ed, they like them. They have to if you're going to give up 2 day 3 picks for a backup running back. I do think that this probably signals the fact that Will Shipley is going to be out for a little bit of time. Just because unless something's going to happen here with AJ Dillon, you're not giving up 2 day 3 picks for a guy that's just going to return kicks.
Yeah, and I think they look at it from next year.
Yes,
and go, all right. It's great. I don't have to worry about it. I'll moving forward, I'll have Tank and I'll have Shipley. And that's how and Tank becomes the big back.
I think that's right, because you have 2 years of team control at this point. He's only in his third year in the league, so you've got this year, you've got all of next year as well. So being able to have that, I think, is advantageous. Certainly,
he reminds me of an Auburn back. Like,
yes.
he's in very much the history of the Auburn running back, upright runners. Have that size, power, upright guys. That's an Auburn back.
We don't want to invoke Bo Jackson, right? But like in terms of talking like that high cut, to your point, like honestly, a guy that he reminded me of a little bit was a guy who had a cup of tea with the Eagles. That's Kerryon Johnson. Kerryon Johnson, and he had a good start to his career in Detroit.
I thought he was going to be so good, Kerryon Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's go. The last piece of this whole puzzle is going to be the cornerback spot, right? So yesterday they work out the kid Hilton, but he's a slot corner. And I think that, and they didn't sign him, and I think that's why. I think they want to get rid of Adoree Jackson. I think they want Bennett to take over the spot, but then they need a body that can play behind Bennett.
Yeah, I mean that's the tricky part of where they're at right now. I think at the end of the day, they've got 3 players that are probably best suited to be like your 4th or 5th corner, competing to be your 3rd corner, right?
Yeah.
And so you're hoping that Jacorian Bennett can rise to that level. You're hoping that Adoree Jackson can kind of find the fountain of youth and get to that level. You were the initial thing. You were hoping that Keely Ringo was going to ascend to that level. All 3, I don't think have happened. Now, it's still very early for Jacorian Bennett. I do think, just based off what I've seen from him in the past, going back to last year's tape and, in this summer, that, again, I think he's probably, you don't want him playing the large majority of your snaps, but they might not have a choice. Now, to your point about Mike Hilton, when the news broke yesterday around this time that they were working him out, I was intrigued by that from the standpoint of, okay, does that mean that you would sign him, you plug him into your nickel, you make Cooper DeJean your outside corner? The way we kind of talked about it on the show yesterday at 2:00 was, all right, well, if Cooper DeJean is a Madden rating like 95 as your slot corner, and you move him outside, and now all of a sudden he's like an 87, he's not an A+ player, but he's a good player. What does that do for the rest of your defense? I watched Cooper DeJean the other night, and I'm like, man, like he's just so good inside. To me, like you would have to have a really good replacement.
Dude, I want nothing to do with moving Coop.
Yeah.
They're so good in the middle field. I was talking about this yesterday. What makes that defense so tough is they don't get burnt underneath. Like for anything underneath, check downs, stuff that's designed to go underneath, they float to the football so well that I don't want to screw with that. I think they're so good up the middle that they become such a great tackling team. Everything that bit them, Franny, in 2022, that previous defense under Gannon, they tackle. They fly to the ball.
When you look at zone defense, so often you say like, all right, the best zone defenses in football. You think of it like in series of like triangles across, especially the middle of the field, right? So and that triangle could be formed by any trio of players. It could be a safety, a nickel, and a linebacker. It could be both safeties and a linebacker. Different coverages, different plays. Like ultimately, all right, these routes are going to settle into this area of the field. Who are the defenders in that area? So when you look at Zach Bond, who's excellent in coverage. Cooper DeJean, excellent in coverage. Jahad Campbell, I think, is going to be excellent in coverage and showed some really good flashes just last week in that area. Reed Blankenship, really, really sound in coverage. So you start going, check, 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 check. Andrew Makuba, that was one of his pluses at Texas, was really, really good in zone. So to me, like, removing Cooper DeJean from that area, that gives me a little bit more concern.
I agree.
I think that they can do more to hide a player at corner. Look, it's like I said too on Friday, man. Like, yeah, Adoree Jackson wasn't good on Thursday against the Dallas Cowboys, but it wasn't like oh man, like you got to cut him right now. I think that it's one of those where I'll be interested to see what they decide to do, if it's going to be Jacorian Bennett or if it's going to be Adoree Jackson here in week 2, but I do want to say, like, I think we probably, as a collective, say, like, all right, let's settle down. Let's let this play out. Have trust in the coaching staff that they'll figure this one out.
So Dory Jackson graded himself as a C for the day. I thought it was a bit of a reach, but it sounds like, are you agreeing in the C minus range?
That's how I would probably lean more towards C minus than C. I think that when you looked at him, yes, he gave up the play early on where it was 3rd and 1, tight formation, 13, but 2 or 3 tight ends on the field, bit on a play action fake and got beat on a great route from CeeDee Lamb to the outside. He got beat by CeeDee Lamb on a slant route. He also had a PBU against CeeDee Lamb, breaking downhill where he dislodged the ball. He had another one where he was able to contend the throw. So to me, wasn't great. I didn't think it was, oh man, this guy's got to go tomorrow. I would say the C minus range is probably fair.
So we as a fan base, most of us are overreacting a little bit.
No, I mean, you see what you see, but
he wasn't good. Yeah, right.
I mean,
he wasn't good.
Right.
So,
there were a couple plays that get hidden and lost, which is why the grade's not a D minus, it's a C minus because of a couple PBUs and because he broke on the ball well a couple times. And
he's got a resume. This is a guy that's done it. There's something to be said for the fact that we've seen him even last year before. It's all right, he can give you passable play.
All right, let's get back to Thursday. Now, upon second review, you've gone through it all several times. Let's begin on offense. Now, Baldy said something pretty interesting. I don't know if you saw this the other day, but Baldy went through the tape and he said, listen, because I was making a point about how well I thought Jalen played. And he was like, well, but then he brought up the blitz. And he was like, there are a couple plays where he's got to throw it and he doesn't want to throw it. He's got to lead his receiver. You got to throw it there. And I wound up seeing it over the weekend and I get it. I just don't think that's who Jalen is.
I agree with you on that. I think that there were a couple in the second half where, the blitz, honestly, it wasn't even necessarily for me personally, where I'm watching, oh man, Jalen, he's got to step up and deliver here. It was more like they got fooled by the blitz, because this is not a defensive coordinator historically that likes to send pressure. Matt Eberflus, typically it's 4-man rush and we're going to play 7 in zone behind it, and whatever variation of zone we're going to play. And I think that they fooled the Eagles a couple of times, especially in the second half. And so there were a couple of those, but I tend to agree with you where, to me, when I watched it, and look, he threw one pass that traveled more than 11 yards downfield. Right, this was not a bombs away type of air attack. Certainly, when you watched the way that this offense operated last Thursday night. That said, all of his decisions to me were good decisions. When he tucked it and ran it, he was making good, sound decisions. The turndowns where it was should he have thrown this in cut to AJ Brown? No, he shouldn't have, because there was a safety squatting on it. No, he shouldn't have, because there was a linebacker buzzing out underneath it, and it's going to be a pick six going the other way, and he's getting ripped. So I thought that Jalen played a very efficient game. Was it the sexiest game we've ever seen him play? No, but I thought that it was one of his more efficient performances.
I agree. Because I keep going back. I go, man, I love the way he played. I think he played like a point guard, man. Again, his legs are such a weapon. They're such a weapon. They're such backbreakers, and he's so good at it. He's great. He's a great runner. He just is. Now, would I have to see more deep shots? Yes. But I think that's more on Patullo and opening it up. Now, they weren't giving you that. They were taking away AJ outside the numbers. They were doing that. They were pressing him that way.
At the end of the day, as a defense, you can't stop everything, right? You can't stop AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts' legs. There's only 11 guys on the field, right? So at some point, you have to give something up. And so it's up to you as the quarterback, as the point guard, to say, all right, how are they playing me on this given game, on this given drive, on this given play, right? And so you have to figure out what exactly they're giving you and how you're going to attack it. And so I thought in this game, with what he was asked to do, Jalen executed it very well. I do think that they can do more to be aggressive down the field. I think they can do more to create some more layup type of throws for Jalen, where it's not necessarily just as much hey, read it out. He did a good job of doing that, but every quarterback, all right, there's some RPOs and some screens and some quick hitting throws to AJ and to Devontae, just finding ways to very quickly so Jalen doesn't have to think and doesn't have to read it out. Like you can take some of the burden away from him in that way, and then that also gives you some nice easy touches for AJ and for Devontae just to get those guys rolling early in the game as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, overall, I mean, I thought the Cowboys defense is decent too. Like, it's not like that's a bad defense, and I thought they played them that way. They know, they didn't want to get beat down the field. So I get it. I'll sign up for that. You give me that Jalen every week, I'm in. I raise my hand because I got news for you. They're going to win a ton of games.
Yeah, if he plays that way, in terms of just like the overall headiness, they're going to be a double-digit win team. It will be all right when you go up against the best teams on the schedule, the best defenses, the best offenses, where you have to go score for score, where you might need to turn that dial up a little bit from an aggressiveness standpoint. But in terms of like the way he executed the offense, I think you're signing up for that version of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. All right. What did you see in the run game, right? Because not a lot of room for Saquon, especially not between the tackles.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that the offensive line, the interior, was solid, but not spectacular. Obviously Landon was dealing with his injury. You had Steen making his first start. I thought Kenny Clark got the best of Steen on a couple of reps, especially early on. I thought Clark had a solid game overall. He was really banged up last year in Green Bay. But one thing that you saw a decent amount from Dallas as well, and this was something that Spags did with Kansas City in the Super Bowl, where it was, all right, we're going to play a lot of soft coverage pre-snap, but we're going to send a safety late into the box to try and throw off the assignments in terms of a blocking standpoint for the offensive line. It's tough to account if you're Cam Jurgens, if you're Jalen Hurts, if you're Tyler Steen, Lane Johnson, everybody up front, to say like, okay, we're going to block these 5 guys. Well, if that 5th player is actually going to be a safety coming in, he's not going to be accounted for from a blocking standpoint. So it can be tough to account for that. But again, this goes back to you can't stop everybody. So if teams are going to continue to do that, then it will be up to the Eagles to try and back them off of that and make them pay down the field, intermediate area, those deep in cuts to try and get behind those safeties in the passing game.
I didn't see any wheels. Did I miss a Saquon wheel?
No, I don't think so. There was one late breaking one where I think he did want it, where I thought Saquon, there was, I think, but Jalen rightfully had to get off of it. It was, Saquon was going to his left. I think Jalen was rolling to his right. But nothing like purely designed, certainly nothing like we saw, that Aaron Jones sail route for a touchdown last night.
I mean, and that to me, especially when you have that kind of defense, I would deploy that. That'll work. And they're good at it. I mean, Saquon's good at it.
He is. I mean, we saw that in the opener last year. So I think that he's got that ability certainly to be able to impact the down the field as a pass. And honestly, it's something that I feel like we'll start, especially with Shipley too, because that's something that Shipley can also provide. Obviously, once he's healthy. So yeah, I think just seeing the running backs involved in the pass game, that could be something we see a little bit more here this year.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. All right, AJ. Would you think that, there was some thought that AJ kind of was not going through the motions, but, it wasn't as explosive. Maybe it was lingering from the hamstring. What did you see from AJ?
Yeah, I honestly didn't think he looked great. And so, and I don't know if it's a physical thing, if it's a going through the motions thing. Like I couldn't answer that, but I was like, to me, like that didn't look like AJ Brown on Thursday night. And so, and that's just like watching him run. Like there was a play where he's running down the seam and he's got to threaten the safety. It was almost like a kind of a high-low read. That safety wasn't biting at all. There was another play. It was like a deep in cut where I told you where it was a good turn down from Jalen. Jalen ended up rolling to his left. It was like 2nd and 9, and Jalen ran for 9 to his left. He wanted AJ Brown on the in cut to the right. The safety read it the whole way, and so if you kind of imagine all right, if you're a defensive back playing from depth, watching you're cueing the receiver. If the receiver's going a little bit slower, you're able to better pick up on what his cues are as a route runner to try and jump that throw. I just thought that the safety did a good job of jumping it, and so when I'm looking at AJ, I don't know if it's a physical thing or not, but that's something certainly to me I'm going to be monitoring once we get to Sunday afternoon.
I'll be honest with you, dude. That's why I brought up to you. That was one of the biggest things that I saw watching that all 22 was AJ not looking like himself. I'm like, he he didn't look explosive at all.
Yeah. Look, he was banged up with the hamstring most of the summer. So is it a thing where it's like, all right, like he's just got to he's got to get his legs back.
Right.
Is the timing just off with him and Jalen? You get into some of these things.
You don't play the preseason, the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. So he's healthy enough to play. He's out there. That he, the kind of mentality he has. So I think if the fact that the coaches put him out there, the team put him out there, I think it's more of like get your legs out from underneath you kind of situation. But to me, like definitely something to monitor going into week 2.
I think the one thing is because we autopsy these games. Like it's a complete autopsy. and it's not, I don't say fair, but it's hard to get a read this early, especially where the Eagles deploy their preseason, right? So, you got to give it a few weeks before there's any kind of rhythm, before you can actually see it. Like week 1, week 2 can lie.
No question. We had fun with that this summer, just kind of talking about, this was at the Ospreys right before the season started. The short-lived storylines from the year before, and you go back and you go through those. They last for 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, and then they're like poof, like gone like a cloud of smoke. This could be a situation where, AJ goes 8 for 150 and 2 touchdowns against the Chiefs, and we're off and running, and no one talks about how he didn't look explosive against the Cowboys on Thursday night.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the league and look around the league a little bit. Some fun stuff. I mean, the obvious is the Packers, who look so good.
Yeah.
And that's with Micah playing part-time. I mean, when Jordan Love's healthy, I like Jordan. I argue with my man all the time about him. I think when he's healthy, he's a very good quarterback.
I agree with you. I think when you're looking at Jordan Love, the big thing with them is that he is just inherently, he is a very aggressive thrower. He is going to push the limits down the field, deep in breakers, deep out breakers, the vertical deep shots. Like he is a big game hunter at the quarterback position. And then when I look at Matt LaFleur and that coaching staff, they do a really good job of doing like a lot of the cool, like schemed up stuff underneath. Now, I would say that Jordan Love, we talked about how Jalen did a great job of this pass game of just being really efficient and good decision making. With Jordan, like you want to see him kind of lean into that. If he can lean into that a little bit, still keep that aggressive manner. Like you want to try and find that happy medium because Jordan Love can get himself in trouble at times, and he doesn't have the same level of escapability and like athleticism on the run that Jalen does. And so I think that kind of comparing those two is often a very aggressive exercise depending on who you're talking with. But I think when you're looking at Jordan Love, he's going to, as long as he's healthy, to me, he is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I think that he is going to be able to put them in position. You put that with that run game. And look,
Golden,
that
dude. Golden, it scares me. Golden is a legit number one. You and I talked about, we loved him in Texas. He's a legit number one, and they all fall into place. Like Dobbs is so much a better player with Golden on the field.
Yeah, and Jaden Reed, if Jaden Reed's healthy, like with what he can give you, we saw that on Sunday against Detroit, and so I think that, and then Tucker Kraft, I think Kraft is a guy that is really kind of coming into his own as well, as a former second-round pick at tight end, and then defensively. Again, like they really came on down the stretch last year. It was a new defensive system under Jeff Hafley, really good with their disguises. And they fooled Jared Goff for a red zone interception late in the first half with again, kind of the late safety rotation, diving interception there, close to a touchdown. That was a pivotal play that could have made it a one-score game going into the locker room. And then you add in Micah Parsons and all the different things that he's going to be able to do rushing off both edges. That's to me, that's the prime contender with the Eagles here in the NFC.
Yeah, it kind of now. This is interesting because who's next, right? So if Green Bay, I think clearly Eagles on the top tier, champs, they're as strong as ever. Contenders, you got Green Bay here. Who's here? Because there's some contenders there, right? Like you got Tampa, you got Minnesota, who last night the kid rebounded, throws a horrible pick six. And then played some lights out football. And I love their defense.
Just steady Eddie, JJ McCarthy from that standpoint. Look, the other team that if you had asked me 4 days ago, who else would you put in that group? I would say like purely from where I expect them to be by the time we get to the end of November and the middle of December from a record standpoint is San Francisco. But man, like
I don't like them,
every
dude.
time you look up, it's another player's getting hurt out there. And so like, all right, you're down Kittle. McCaffrey had the calf injury. Jawan Jennings is banged up again. Brock Purdy's banged up. Fred Warner's down for a period of time in this game against Seattle this week.
Yeah.
I don't like them. This is a team that's always been snake bitten. They're already down Ayuk. Trent Williams doesn't look like his normal self. So I don't know if I feel great about San Francisco at this point. To me, like when you first started asking me the question, the first 2 teams that popped in my head would be Minnesota as that next tier, and then I would go to the Tampa Bay Bucks. I share the same reservations about the Bucks personally going into this year. Like I'm a little skeptical, but can't argue with what they did this past week. Some of the things that you saw from Emeka Egbuka, the rookie first-round pick at wide receiver. It looks like he's going to be a player for them. So I would put Tampa in that next tier.
See, their issue is all O-line. Like if their O-line was right, I would be petrified because they could, like Bucky Irving couldn't really get going. And when he gets going, now they're nasty because Baker's got all day. He's got play action. He's got a fleet of receivers. So, like, that would scare me if they ever fix that line.
Yeah, and they lost Liam Cohen this past offseason, and so to me, because they didn't let Liam Cohen take anybody with them from an assistant standpoint, just because of how that divorce happened. So to me, it's going to be very interesting to see. Like, all right, like was a lot of the things we saw last year, was it Liam Cohen motivated, or was it that he's had some of these assistants and Baker really has taken that next step? Obviously, we're removing Tristan Wirfs from the equation right now in the early stages of the year, but that is going to be fascinating to follow.
What am I missing? You guys are all neglecting the Rams. You guys know, the Rams were close. They're a player or 2 from beating the Birds. I mean, what's changed? I mean, I know Stafford's older, but right now, if you assume that Stafford's healthy and his back's okay, they upgraded the wide receivers. I mean, what is the blind spot with the Rams?
He's a 35-year-old quarterback with a back injury. Like at any point, like he could yawn getting out of bed tomorrow, and then he's out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we're assuming right now he's
healthy.
So if he can play, they're not dangerous.
No question. If he is healthy, they are absolutely dangerous. That's just what concerns me. It's like, all right, like a quarterback at that age with a back injury, that concerns me.
Because I go on the opposite spectrum where I'm like with the Vikings, like a quarterback at that age with minimal experience. All right, same thing.
No, but listen, that dude's played in the big house. Like he's played in national championship games. Like he's not going to melt. He didn't melt. Like that was a tough. I was trying to tell him, he was arguing, "Oh, the Bears stink." The Bears don't stink. And you're in that environment. And that was impressive with how the kid rebounded after the pick 6.
Where are the Bears on your power rankings?
Dennis Allen's a really good coach.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Dennis Allen's a really good, like an awesome defensive coordinator. They gave it to. I haven't gone through that film yet. I went through the Bears offense against Minnesota, so I'm going to try and go through the Bears defense here this morning as well. They gave them fits, certainly defensively.
Yeah. Anyway, Franny, man, football's the greatest, and what a weekend! I can't wait for the second week. It's so good. And we got a great game Thursday night with Green Bay, Detroit.
No, Green Bay, Detroit was this week.
Yeah.
So
it's Green Bay.
Thursday?
Minnesota? Who is Green? It's Packers, somebody.
Commanders, Packers.
Yeah.
Commanders, Packers. Yeah, there we go. It's a great game Thursday night. Huge game Thursday night.
What we got in college? A little better slate this week than last week, I hope.
We got Temple, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think the college
Tennessee.
slate is better. Yeah, I will be there. I do want to see Oklahoma live, so I am going to go. I'm going to cover that Oklahoma game on Thursday or on Saturday.
They may hang 80 up.
I don't know if I'm saying for the whole game, but I want to get down. I want to get out on the field pregame and get eyes on. They got a quarterback, they got a running back, they got receivers, they got defensive linemen. So I want to get eyes on the Sooners certainly when they're in town. Yeah,
great stuff. Hey, Franny, great stuff, brother. We love your films.
Appreciate it, guys. Love you guys too. We'll talk later this week.
That sounds great. Cool. Films. I like geeking out with the films.
Some good matchups, college football.
Yeah, but Washington, Green Bay Thursday night? That's a great game, man.
Who do you want to see
Pack's
get
gonna
smashed
destroy.
more? You want to see? Well, I want to see Washington get smashed.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah.
them. I want to see Washington get lit up.
I mean,
Definitely
I wouldn't mind
Washington.
some of this Packers love disappearing and them get smashed. but I'm a
but
little
here's
torn.
the thing. I don't mind the Packer love for that because they'll get overblown. It's so early. Listen, they're going to be like the Lions. I think Romo said it, and I never agree with Romo. He's horrible, but he said the Packers remind him of the Lions from last year. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow. So let them get all the love, and then love will get dinged up and whatever.
All right.
All right. But I want to see the Green Bay
Pack go this Thursday.
destroy Washington.
Yeah, division as well. Like you want the loss. Yeah.
I think that you're look at a sports guy, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Commanders in the division. Division's out of reach.
Division's out of reach in week 1. I love it. Hey, let's talk about some of our friends, and then we got the Baldy coming up. Yes, Baldy. All right, let's talk about Xfinity Sports. Yes. Now, the other day, I'm over at VG's house. He's pumped to watch football.
Dogs are bothering you. It's a nightmare over there.
You know, I feel like I'm in a haunted house at your house.
It's VG, Vampire Greg.
You're in a
It
coffin.
really is.
It's a coffin.
This setup's a mess.
Yeah.
All right? Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. I'm like, dude, you say you're a big fan, and now I feel fan-fished. Oh, God. You know, listen, you call yourself a football fan, you got to have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. Best games, favorite teams, all in one place. The way you watch, next level. That's right. The perfect fan flex. Although he does have a good pepperoni and cheese plate.
It's a turkey pepperoni, but yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Just ruined that.
You can't even tell. It tastes just like regular
Oh, my
pepperoni.
God, no. It's not the Bruno brothers, that's for sure. I got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. It feels like you're in the stadium. Sometimes I can have 4 games going on at once, college games. Why not? Like,
Why not?
why not have that? You get real-time notifications, live stats right on your television. Best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. VG. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. All right. Now let's go to the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. What do we got? Phil's Manaya against who's on the mound?
It's Ranger tonight, right?
Ranger. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's see what the Phils are.
What do we got?
Phillies are -127. Like it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you play it?
Yeah. Of course. I got a busy card today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a lot of baseball you like?
There's a lot of World
You
Cup
tell the-
qualifiers going on today.
Really?
I'm going England -117 versus Serbia.
Wow. World Cup qualifier today. That's good stuff.
There's a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Azerbaijan versus Ukraine, Hungary, Portugal, Ecuador, Argentina, and Bolivia, Brazil today.
All right.
Ooh, all right.
All right. Football is back too. So we got all that stuff. Birds are a 1-point favorite, skinny favorite on the road at Kansas City. Total's 46.5.
Yeah. 47 now.
47 is up. All right. We got local in action. We got Temple, Oklahoma.
What is that?
What is that line?
spread?
I'll say it. I'm just going to close my eyes and say 38.
Oh, I was going to say 42. Let's see. 24.5. Man, that's a Temple line. You might win this outright. 24.5.
I know it looked good the first 2 weeks against
That
nobody,
quarterback's
but-
on fire. It's
Yeah.
got 8 touchdowns, no interceptions.
EJ. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But, Penn State, Villanova. How about that?
It's even low. Is this basketball?
Download the app and you get up to $50 back on your first sports bet if it doesn't win. How about that?
Oh, I mean, you can't get the bonus back if you don't win. Perfect.
It's good stuff. Plus, we get a Bet Parks bonus box. Listen to this. 50 Bet Parks coins and 50 bonus spins, on the Bet Parks Collect 'em online slot game.
All right.
50 wins, 50 spins.
50 spins is nice.
You'll get some. You got to get
That'd
wins
take
out
a
of that.
while, too. Yeah, that's a nice way. Nice way to pass some time.
Bet pro and college football, baseball, the golf tour, soccer, MMA. Bet all the props you want. It's all right there on the BetParks app. Go to betparks.com for full terms and conditions. All right? You got to do it. Where there's always another way to win. BetParks. Got to be 21. Located PA in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sammy's saying bail from that bet.
Yeah,
Do not take England. He says it's going to be a draw.
You don't know what he's talking about.
Like the guy from
He's
England.
spending too much time watching Phillies and Eagles.
He goes to every national team game.
He doesn't know what he's
Sammy
talking
just
about.
saved you some bucks. All right?
No way, man.
Do we have our man? Oh, yeah. Legend. Bigger than life. Baldy. Baldy's Big Hits presented by Ford.
Baldy, Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Ay, Baldy, Baldy. Oh, he likes pizza and football.
Oh, Baldy. Yeah! There he is!
What's up, cuz?
On the
Morning,
Xfinity guest line. So
There it is.
let me just set the stage here.
All right.
Because, listen, your boy pays attention to everything you say. Right?
All right.
I'm a listener. All right?
Okay. All right.
I'm a
What did I say?
learner. I'm a listener.
Only to you, Baldy. He doesn't listen to anybody else, just you.
Only people I respect.
He don't listen to me at
All right.
all.
No, I won't listen to VJ.
All right.
All right. But my man said, listen, Howie will make 8 trades as this thing goes on and he tweaks the roster. He will make 8 important trades. And once again, Baldy's right. Once again, here it was. They need Shipley's out for a little bit. You need a kickoff returner. What do? You bring in Tank, right? Tweak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that they're getting a good player. Tank Bigsby, he led the Jags in rushing last year. He averaged 4.6 yards a carry behind a terrible offensive line. He's a 4-core special team player. He made a tackle the other day on special teams. He can return kicks, and he's a very good runner. In fact, I know a lot of people in that organization. They thought that he would be the starter in front of Travis Etienne. Now, Etienne had a great game on Sunday against Carolina, but there was a lot of people in that organization thought Bigsby is a better player than Etienne.
Well, Tank is a typical Auburn back.
No doubt.
Upright runner, power runner, right? He's got,
He's got great quickness, though. He's got elite quickness.
That Ronnie Brown, all those those Auburn backs, Stephen Davis. I love the Auburn running back.
There's a guy named Bo that played at Auburn too.
Well, I've never invoked Bo.
I don't want to get crazy, but yeah.
I purposely left out Bo.
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't Cadillac played at
Yes.
Remember Cadillac?
Cadillac Williams. Yep.
Yeah, Cadillac Williams.
No, I love me some Auburn running backs. So I was happy. All right. So now that you digest the one thing I need a little bit more out of you. And then we'll do some more Eagles and then the league, because the league is so fascinating. Football's the greatest. I mean,
it's unreal.
Sunday night, Monday night. What? Just in heaven. That's all I want to do is watch it. But you said something about the Jalen Blitz. And on Friday, that shook me a little bit, to be honest with you. Now, I went and watched the tape, and I saw what you're looking at. I just don't think that he's that quarterback that will attempt that throw.
Maybe. I mean, Spag's going to test it. I mean, they came with the same blitz, like 2 plays basically in a row, and they got home both times. Some guys see it and feel it. Some guys don't. Some guys have the option to be able to do what Jalen does and pull the ball down and make something good out of it. And then some players just they see it and they make you pay for it. And so I don't know. Like I just think Spags is looking at it. I mean, he's got a million different ways to Sunday to come after you. So it's going to get tested again. And I don't know if it's by formation or down a distance or place on the field. I mean, but he's got every look possible to go get to Jalen. So I think you should expect it, but at the same time, how do you respond to it?
Yeah, well, yeah, you definitely have to expect. You definitely have to expect it. Can see to me like you can if he plays like he did Sunday or Thursday, then he plays an exceptional point guard. And I'm good. Like, do I want to see more down the field? Yeah. Do I want to see him handle some of those blitzes better? Yeah. But I'll sign up if I get that performance because he's such a great runner. He can make you pay, and that is unique.
Well, I mean, you just look at these games. Like one turnover in any of these games decides the game.
Yeah.
Look at Baltimore and Buffalo.
Yeah.
One fumble, the game completely changes.
Yeah.
Like it's down. It's literally. I mean, most games you get 10 to 12 possessions, and in some of these games, because of the way that they run it and possession time and all this stuff, it can be as few as 8.
Yeah.
And one turnover in some of these games, that's it. Game's over. Like that's all they need. That's all they need to flip it, to turn it around. And it could be a 4th down stop. It doesn't have to be necessarily a takeaway, but just a change of possession like that. And so Jalen is not going to put the ball in harm's way. There's plenty of throws he could have made to A.J. Brown the other day. And A.J. is going to do everything that an elite receiver does. He's going to catch the ball with his hands. He's going to come back to the ball. He's going to play low post basketball and put the defender on his back. There's plenty of throw, but it's just not in him.
Yeah.
I mean, I played with Randall. Randall was like that.
Yeah.
Randall had to see it. Like Randall threw very few passes to Freddie Barnett or Calvin or whoever on rhythm and timing. But if he saw it, he had the arm in the gunsling to like just basically trigger it, and he could fire it.
I mean, it's interesting because a lot of Eagles quarterbacks, McNabb was you got to be open. Now he had the arm strength to get the ball down the field. I mean, he had a rocket arm, and Donovan was the same way where you're open and then he'll throw it.
Look, I remember talking to John Madden one time, the great John Madden, and he told me he hated timing routes. I go, what? He goes, yeah, well, what if the guy slips? What if like he's like, I want the guy to be open. Like go routes are one thing, but comebacks and curls and some of these other things, he goes, I don't want my quarterback throwing it into harm's way and something happens to that receiver. That's John Madden saying it. Now, like, not saying everything is gospel to John, but like when he told me that, like I started thinking a little bit differently about quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you saw the first touchdown last night by JJ to Justin Jefferson. I mean, that throw is to a spot. It's anticipation. It's like a pitcher throwing it to the outside corner.
Yeah.
I mean, he just hit the outside corner of the plate with it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. All right. Let's anything else stand out to you?
Well, I mean, Za'Darius coming on board. I mean, it's just to let you know. I mean, you come out of that game with no sacks. Like, okay, like Nola Smith didn't play. Nobody played great. Now, Jalen makes a difference. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. But he's like, we better get some pass rushers in here, man, that could get after Mahomes. I'm sure Za'Darius will be active this week. You didn't see much from anybody off the edge. Alex Hunt, like, I know Za'Darius. Like, that guy is, first of all, he's a great teammate. He's a great guy, Kentucky kid. But, like, he can still rush the passer. Like, he still has pass rush ability.
Yeah, I was shocked that he was still out. I mean, with everybody needing pass rushers, I was surprised that he was still out there.
He might have been, but we don't know if somebody offered him. He's like, I'm not getting off the couch for that offer. Like maybe it was the right team, the right, he's been around, and he's up there. I don't know what Za'Darius is. He was drafted by Baltimore, went all over the league, playing to Green Bay, Minnesota, different places. But, he might be in the league 10 years now. He's like, I want to go to a winner, a place that has a chance to win. Maybe the money's important, maybe it isn't. But I'm sure the phone rang. He has that, ability to sit back and make the right thing.
Yeah. All right, let's go over the weekend of football, and we'll go in order, right? I mean, it was so freaking awesome. All right?
It was unbelievable.
So Friday night, right, in Brazil, we saw Herbert and Harbaugh, and we saw what it's like. And Quentin Johnson actually caught the ball. It was amazing to me that a guy who had, pizza box hands was actually caught the ball, man. And it shows you he had 2 touchdowns. What did you see from the Chiefs? A little vulnerable?
Well, I say, the offense coordinator for the Chargers is a good friend of mine, and Greg Roman, and he's right from right from Ocean City, New Jersey.
Yeah,
he's a classic Jersey guy, but he's been with Harbaugh, San Francisco. Like, he travels with Harbaugh. I thought he called a great game. They actually, getting Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, and the 2 rookie receivers, they're going to be really good. Trey Harris, like, they got 2 rookie receivers that can go get it. I thought they opened up the game for Justin, and he responded. And Joe Alt went over there to replace, a really great, young Rashawn Slater. He pitched a no-hitter at left tackle, and he got protected. And look, I feel like, honestly, Justin Herbert probably gets a bad rap because he hasn't won in the postseason. All that stuff is true. But you can't deny the guy's talent. Like, he's basically Josh Allen. Josh Allen just has supreme confidence. We'll get to him. Like, he's just got ultimate swag. Like, he's just going to put – Justin doesn't – he has all the ability that Josh has. He just needs to kind of open up and come out of his shell and just go, I'm the best guy on the field here. And that's how he played the other night.
What did you see? Now, obviously, you lose Worthy on the first play. I mean, he runs right into Kelsey, runs into him, dislocates his shoulder. He's out of the game right there. I think. Look, they took 3 deep shots at Tyquan Thornton, and he was open on all 3. They hit on 1, and it led to a score. Like, they need the deep ball, and he has the ability to do it. I think Travis is literally on his last legs. He just doesn't look like the same guy. Even on the touchdown that he scored, he didn't. He's not. Look, he's 36. I get it. I don't want to trash him. Nobody at 36 runs like they did when they were 25. Nobody does. And so, they've got to find some juice from other players. I think Tyquan is one of those guys. But they keep signing receivers because they're going through them right now. Rashee Rice is out, and now Xavier's out, and we'll see what Hollywood looks like. But I thought the left tackle played pretty good. I thought Mahomes put the whole team on his back. Like, he carried him all the way to the end. He was unreal. I know we'll get to it on Friday, the matchup, the Eagles and Chiefs, but I think it's going to be just like Super Bowl. Like, I think the Eagles are going to win the game again.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what Jalen Carter's status is?
I think he's playing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you probably have some insight.
I mean, they're expecting him to get fined.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I didn't know if there's going to be, I know the league is really ticked off about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you're in the belly of it at NFL Films over there, but I
could walk down the hall and talk to the guy who's basically going to deliver the fine. I don't really want to do it. I really don't want to do it. But regardless, I don't think it's going to be 34-0 in the third quarter. I don't believe that for a second. Yeah. So, that's what it was in the Super Bowl. So I don't think it's going to be one side, but I think the Eagles are a better team. But, is AJ and Devontae going to be a part of the game, or are they going to play? Because if you take Saquon away, they couldn't score in the last, 20 minutes of the game.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot closer.
All right, let's go to Sunday now. And we'll start with the Sunday jewel. It was awesome. Lamar and Josh. And the Ravens have this game in a bow. It's wrapped up, man.
Yeah.
And they're just running out the clock. And then Henry, who was unstoppable, fumbles.
Yeah.
And all
Ed
of a
Oliver.
sudden, the Bills have life.
Not just life. I mean, they just attacked as soon as they got the ball, and honestly, there is no defense right now for the Baltimore Ravens offense. There's no defense for it. Like, honestly, you could just play a shell game and go, okay, 2 high safeties, here comes the run. You want to drop the safety down, single high, here comes Zay Flowers. Like, and then if you want to think that you got the perfect blitz on, here comes Lamar. Like, nobody has an answer. Like, they could put up 40 maybe against everybody. Obviously, it wasn't enough. But you can't, Josh is unreal, man. Like, he honestly, the touchdown throw to Dalton Kincaid, he's throwing it, honestly. The Ravens have 2 safeties sitting right on the goal line, all right? And they're great players, Kyle Hamilton and Malachi Starks. They're sitting on the goal line. And Dalton Kincaid splits the safeties. And, no offense, Jalen ain't making that throw. No way. Maybe Mahomes might make it.
Right.
But, there's very few guys
that
attack that spot.
Right.
They're sitting there waiting on it. And the throw is perfect. It's a fastball right to the chest.
How about the throw he makes to the third tight end, right, at the goal line? I mean, that thing was stuck to him.
Yeah. And Nate Wiggins is right there. And Wiggins is a good player.
Yeah.
But the throw, and then, now the offensive line protected him really good. He had time. But still, that comeback I mean, really, I hope we get that in the playoffs too. I hope they meet again in the playoffs because it'll be great.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're crazy. Just so much fun to watch. All right. If you have the Eagles as the class of the NFC, their chief competitor, the number 1 team that emerged from week 1 is the Packers.
Yeah.
Ooh, they look scary.
Well, they did. And they're just so well coached on both sides of the ball. I mean, the play calling of Matt LaFleur and the design of the plays are fantastic. And the protections and how they protect the quarterback and the quarterback's arm, let's just face it. The guy's got an elite arm. So there's no throw he can't make. None. All right. And his movement, the whole thing. But the addition of Micah Parsons, you can't, his first basically play on the field, it's 3rd and 7, and he beats Penei Sewell inside, and it gets Goff off the spot, and he's got to check it down, tackle, boom. He beats Sewell again, and he gets to Goff, and here comes the interception. Goff gets moved off the spot, and he comes chasing, and he chases him down like it's a 2-point takedown in a wrestling match. He's just a difference maker. He made everybody better. He made Rashawn Gary better. He made Lucas Van Ness better. He just makes everybody better. He's a perfect fit for that team. And he only played 30 snaps, mostly pass rush situations, and he looked exactly like you would expect Micah to be.
All right, so if the Packers are the chief competitor, who's the second team that the Eagles would have to keep an eye on? Is it Minnesota? Is it Washington? Is it Tampa? Who's your second? Who's beneath the Packers in the NFC pecking order?
Well, I mean, I could go team by team that you just mentioned, Cuz. I mean, did you watch Emeka Egbuka this weekend?
Oh, I listen to me. If the Bucs O-line wasn't messed up, it's a little dinged, and they were able to get the run game going with Bucky, they would be frightening because Egbuka is legit.
But the general manager hit me up, Jason Light. I was driving back from Washington on Sunday, and I get a text from Jason Light. He's like, check out my left tackle. So I didn't even know who it was, to be honest with you. So they moved the starting center, Graham Barton, to left tackle.
Yeah.
They moved the starting left guard to center, and they put this backup guard in at left guard. Juggled the whole thing. I mean, Baker Mayfield didn't. I mean, he didn't get touched. And the 2 touchdowns to Egbuka, I mean, you put those throws up against any you saw all week. The throw by Baker's just a stud. He's just a stud. And Michael Penix was great. He played fantastic.
Yeah, he did.
All the way to the very end. But that was a great game. Really
great football game. Great football game.
They're going to get Tristan Wirfs back.
I need that. When's Wirfs coming back?
He'll be back probably I would imagine the 1st of October, maybe the first month he'll be sitting.
Yeah, they're going
Just
to
to
be
make
scared.
sure. I think he can probably go out there, but I think they're going to make sure with him just because of who he is.
Because that'll unleash Bucky. Like, because there weren't a lot of room for Bucky against Atlanta.
No, but Atlanta's much improved defensively.
Yeah.
So Minnesota is a great team. Now, JJ came alive in the 4th quarter last night, but the things, like, first of all, I was watching the game this morning, and I got my roster sheet right here. You better study, if you're going to study the Vikings defense, you better study your roster, because there's going to be guys you've never heard of before that are playing. Rookies, free agents, everywhere on the field. They've got guys that Javon Hargrave had a great game, Jonathan Greenard and Van Ginkel. We know those guys, but they got a bunch of guys. So the team around him, like Jordan Mason, is a stud at running back. Aaron Jones catches a touchdown pass. Like, if JJ does anything like he did in that 4th quarter, they're going to be dangerous. And then you mentioned, what was the other team you mentioned?
Minnesota, Tampa, Washington.
Oh, Washington. Okay, so I saw Washington on Sunday. I mean, Jay Daniels is just, like, first of all, Washington last year, even though they won 14 games, went to the NFC Championship game, they were terrible against the run. They were 30th in the league against the run.
I know, they looked a lot better.
They won a playoff game, did whatever he wanted. So they brought in Javon Kinlaw. They brought in Dietrich Wise. They brought in, like, these studs up front. They completely shut the Giants' run game down. In fact, not just that, but they made the Giants look like they haven't gone one step forward. They were atrocious. Now, on defense, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, they made a couple plays for sure. But Jaden Daniels, like, that guy is just elite. Elite decision-making is unmatched. He calls the whole game at the line of scrimmage. And so they might go up tempo. They might just go no huddle and just take their time. But they've got this rookie running back that they got. This kid, Bill Krosky Merritt. Right?
Yeah.
This kid is a starting running back.
Yeah.
He ran for a touchdown. He had a 40-yard run in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched it.
But this kid didn't even play in college.
Yeah.
He was on the practice squad. But they drafted him in the 7th round, and he's going to be their starting running back.
I was wondering, where the hell did he come from? Like, I don't know much of his backstory. He looked shifty. He looked decent. Listen, I like the Giants. Giants front is legitimate. Like, that's a good front.
Yeah, I didn't see Dexter Lawrence do a thing. He looked terrible. He didn't look good to me. But Burnsy,
Abdul
Carter blocked a punt.
I thought he played well. Yeah.
They made some plays for sure. But, Tunsil left tackle's an upgrade. This kid, Josh Connerly, the rookie right tackle, like, he had a couple plays he would like to have back, but I thought he played really good. They've got depth. Debo's got a roll. He scored a touchdown. Zach Ertz is still, like, catching balls and falling in the end zone. Like, it never. I saw him before the game. I'm like, you're 13, Zach. Did you ever think, like, he's still doing the same thing he did when he was with the Eagles?
Is there are they?
They're very well coached.
Yeah, they are well coached. I look at them. I think Green Bay's better, but I'm trying to get a handle on them. On Washington, and maybe it's because of that kid that I was like, Debo fit in well. McLaurin will get his sea legs, and I love Daniels. I'm trying to kind of get a feel for him. You have
their secondary, their corners are about as good a 3-corner set as there is. You got a healthy Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
This Trey Amos at 6'2" that can flat out run, and then Mike Sandristle in the slot. Like, they're set there. Like, they're very, very good.
Yeah.
You can argue, unless Von Miller looks like Von Miller of 4 years ago, you could argue that the pass rush isn't great. But they've got every blitz scheme there is, Frankie Louvu, whatever, to come after you. So they've got ways to do it.
Yeah. Man, football's the best. It is so awesome, man. It's just the greatest.
I got in here, honestly, because Sunday night after the game, I drove straight here. And I was here at 8 o'clock till 11:30. And I got up, I was in here at 5:30 last night till 9:30. And I was still, like, literally glued to what I was watching. scheme, players, coaching. Like, for example, last night, so Caleb hits Roma Dunze with 2:02 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So the Bears have one timeout left. So the most important thing on the kickoff is not for any time.
The 2-minute warning. Yeah.
That's the most important thing, to keep the 2 seconds on the clock.
Yep. And the return.
So, the returner, Tyson Chandler is the returner. The ball's 8 yards deep in the end zone. He brings it out. Like Kevin McCarthy's telling him, I don't care if you catch it on the back line. I want those seconds off the clock. I don't care where you land. But on the other side, Chicago's got to go. Unless I know Cairo Santos can kick the ball through the goalpost, then I kick the ball out of bounds. I'll give him I don't care if they get it at the 40. The most important thing are those 2 seconds. Like, just that little chess match.
Yes.
Right there.
I was saying this last night. I'm
that.
going, why is he not kicking it out of that? Like, I get you're going to try to kick it out of the end zone, but you got to be
but how many guys? I mean,
sure.
Can Jake Elliott, if Jake Elliott is in that situation on Sunday in Kansas City, do you think Nick is going to go, hey, kick it out of the end zone? Because that's a long kick. That's a long kick right there.
Yep.
And I don't know how many guys can do it. I'm sure there are guys that can do it. Brandon Aubrey and Dallas. I mean, I know there's guys that got a leg that can do it. But can they 100% do it when they have to do it?
No, and that's why I kick it out of bounds.
So is that a mistake? As Ben Johnson at the press conference said he told Santos to kick it through the end zone. Is that a mistake on Ben Johnson for under?
Yeah, it's a mistake on Ben, because you can tell, you can say, hey, kick it out of the end zone, but not everybody can do it every time they kick off. Like that's you think about it, you're kicking from the 35, so that's 75 yards in the air. Not everybody can do it every time. I'm sure Cairo can do it, but can he do it 100 out of 100 times?
That's why I got to kick it out of bounds. I know you're gonna run, buddy. We love you. This is just such great stuff, man. Where are you headed?
I'm going to Kansas City, bro.
Oh man, how many steaks and what are you eating out there? Barbecue steak?
I mean, I'm just cleaning up the ribs, man. Clean up the ribs.
I got to come with you. When you leaving? Friday
I'm
night?
leaving on Saturday morning.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
All right,
bro.
I got to run, guys.
See you, pal.
I'll see you Friday.
All right, buddy. There he is, Baldy. Oh man,
Cleaning up the ribs.
Probably the
Lucky
pork
dog.
ribs, I'll bet.
No, he's a beef rib, dude. He's you think he goes dainty pork rib and not the big side of the beef rib?
Baldy's beef ribs.
Come on, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
You gotta respect the beef rib. I love a pork rib. I'm not saying
I don't think you like it at all.
I do like the pork rib, but the beef rib, I love the beef. The beef rib is the best. Give me anything. Steak.
Yeah.
Roast beef.
How do you dress up a beef rib?
Oh, yeah.
Do a little barbecue on that? Like a barbecue beef rib?
You get the good meat.
Yeah.
You know? That's awesome. Look at the vegan. The vegan's going, oh, like that.
He wants like black bean ribs.
What do you have? Satan
wings.
Satan
ribs.
Satan ribs?
Tofu.
Yeah, jackfruit ribs.
Tofu with a bone in it. With a fake bone made of wood.
Yeah, this anti-meat propaganda. Give me a break.
I'm not anti-meat. Have all the meat you want. Bathe in meat. Eat all the meat you want. Go at
it. All right, let's take care of some business. Then we got steaks. Yeah,
we're talking.
Jimmy steaks.
He's gonna be in a good mood today.
Yeah,
I think so.
He'll be fired up.
He's like,
it was a playoff preview last night, bro.
Saw Nola walking around with the gym shorts on last night post game. Legs look strong.
Here's some passing of the gas.
Ripping, someone's ripping some flatulence.
That's a clubhouse.
Oh man, I could watch that all day.
Give me some Shady Rays.
Yes, Shady Rays. You got to protect those eyes from the sun and UV. Not only during the summer, all year round. So why false coming? You might think you don't need shades. You need shades. And when you get really nice shades, sometimes you might be hesitant to, wear them. Take them on the road with you. You might be afraid you'll leave them at the beach or the roof of your car or at a gas station 3 states away. We've all been there. I left mine in a hotel up in Canada, and I was a little hesitant. Didn't want to bring my nice shades everywhere. But then I found Shady Rays. Totally changed my world. These sunglasses are made for real life. They're seriously good looking. They're polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive. And here's the bonkers part. If you lose or break them on the first day, day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, no guilt trip, just replacements. So you could be like me. I wear my sunglasses everywhere without fear. I bring them on hikes. I take them to ball games, concerts, mosh pits.
Hikes.
If I go on a boat,
Where's he
I'm
wearing?
bringing
Where's
it.
he hiking?
If I
Where's he
go
hiking?
out of the country, I bring them. I hike to the bar
Yeah,
5 times a week,
bar
you know,
hikes.
and I always got my eyes protected. I look darn good walking down 3rd Street with my Shady Rays on. And Shady Rays is the eyewear that's got
you
your
do
back.
look good down 3rd Street.
Yeah, so we've teamed up with Shady Rays so you guys can all look as cool as I do. We got an exclusive offer. Head over to shadyrays.com and use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized glasses. And try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Shadyrays.com.
Oh, I love it. All right, football's back, and it's the greatest. And let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app because we're heading into the greatest sports time, right? We got NFL, college, baseball playoffs coming, right? We got the pennant races now, bleeds into Red October, and then we'll have hoops and hockey. All right, it's all there on the BetParks app. Birds are a 1-point favorite. What'd you say, 1.5 or 1? 1.
Yeah, the over went up a point.
47.
47, wow.
Oklahoma's 24.5 over Temple.
Yeah. I mean, it should be higher, I thought. I felt like it.
Because Mateer is very good. He's the quarterback for Oklahoma. I don't know.
What about your boys, Notre Dame? They got Texas A&M. Notre Dame laying 7.
It's a good game. It's a real good game.
A big line.
I like the Irish in that game.
LSU playing Florida at home, -8.
Yeah, the kid from Florida, we saw what happened last week. Talk about spitting.
Yes.
The kid from the defensive tackle from Florida spit.
Yes.
Gets kicked out. Cost them a chance. South Florida with the big upset.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And the show's team, Georgia, -3.5 versus Tennessee.
I like Georgia.
Yeah.
I think Georgia rolls.
I like it.
I like your Bulldogs. Checking all that out on the BetParks app. Also, new customers, you get a $50 back, up to $50 back on your sports bet if it loses. All right, you can't beat that. All right, you get it back. Download the app. Here's the other thing you get. Not just the 50 back on your first sports bet if it loses. You get a BetParks bonus box. 50 BetParks coins.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
50 bonus spins on
In
the
addition to
BetParks
the coins?
Collect Them online slot. Yes.
Wow.
Coins and 50 spins.
And a bonus box.
And the 50 bets, the 50, 50, 50.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Bet all the sports, college football, NFL, baseball, golf, Saturday morning soccer, MMA. You got it all on the BetParks app. All the props you want. Go to betparks.com for full terms and conditions. There's always another way to win. We love it. All right. Got to be 21, located in PA, New Jersey. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Brain will join us coming up to go over the week. First, it was the night last night. September last night
down there.
All right, and the showdown. Phillies take game 1. The first stake in the Mets vampire heart has been plunged. Jimmy Steaks to talk about it.
Give me a steak, give me a steak. Oh, let's talk some baseball with Jimmy Steaks.
Steaks, good morning.
You guys are too much with that thing.
It's the best. It's the best. Speaking of the best, it was so good to see Aaron Nola, our old friend, back. 6 shutout innings, 7 Ks, avoided any kind of trouble, allowed only the 3 hits.
6 shutty. It was good, and I'll tell you what, he needed it, and they needed it. Obviously, day starts with the news of a couple injuries, loss of another big loss on top of Wheeler, Trey Turner, but Nola's been so up and down. I mean, his place in the postseason rotation, where he fits, is a loud debate, and he went out there and made a statement. He needs to continue to do it. I think he's got 3 more starts left. He needs to continue to do it. But I almost felt like, in that 6th inning, they're up 1 run, and he's got to face the iron of the Mets order, and Rob Thompson's got a lefty up in the bullpen because Soto and Nimmo are due up. But he lets Aaron Nola go out there and have that inning, and Nola really delivered. He gets a strikeout of Soto. He gets a strikeout of Nimmo, 1, 2, 3 inning, walks off the mound with a really good feeling to a good ovation. I just, like I said, I thought Rob was like, okay, show me what you got, guy. And he showed something. So hell of a game. Hit a pretty good fastball, one of his better fastballs we've seen in a while. He touched like 90, almost 95, 94 and a half. But what he did is when he made mistakes, and he made them down in the zone, so they weren't crippling. And he had a good changeup, kind of changed some of his pitching style, because the Mets have seen him a lot over the years. So on a night they needed it for a lot of reasons. On a night he needed it personally, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I think the velocity is so important with him. It
is. It gives you a little margin for error. It makes everything else a little bit better.
Yeah.
Makes your off-speed stuff a little bit better. And he's a guy who needs to have his off-speed stuff working. But I think most of all, he needs to stay out of the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
When he gets in the middle of the plate, he doesn't have the blow-away stuff that he can get away with it. So when he's on the edges and when he's down, it's almost like a little bit old school. He's got to pitch at the knees. Occasionally you can ride one up, but you mostly got to pitch at the knees in an era where a lot of guys like to pitch up and have the power to pitch up. He still is the guy that has to be down in the zone with two-way movement. And, I thought he had it last night. And, we're probably 3 weeks from them making a decision on where he fits in the postseason mix. But if he puts together a couple more good ones, he'll give them something to think about, because they really would like to have a right-hander in that rotation.
And you said it. And VG and I talked about it. I think Rob had to bring him out for the 6th. Like, you go 5, you go, all right, 6. That means something. And it was against the heart of the order.
And you got to get 6 from your starter. Come on.
Yeah.
And, that sets up your bullpen. Otherwise, you're not otherwise you are wearing out your bullpen. So, and the bullpen did a great job. David Robertson's stuff was very sharp. Strom gets out of the inning thanks to made some good pitches, but a huge play by Bryson Stott. Didn't get enough recognition in that game. Bryson Stott made a hell of a defensive play. And then, Duran, they were a bit lucky, I thought, in that 9th inning. Ronnie Mauricio comes off the bench, and he's pinch running, and he looks like he's running in quicksand. I thought it was a ball he could have scored on. Now it's a whole new ball game, but he didn't.
I said the same thing to VG.
Yeah.
I'm like, that ball took a minute in the corner, to dig out.
No doubt. Little things in big games and in close games are so magnified. And that was, to me, a poor base running play, and it cost the Mets, and now they're down by 8, and they ain't going to win the division. I mean, they're going to be a postseason team, I believe, but they're not going to win the division. Really big for the Phillies, because it'd be nice to kind of put this away and wrap this up and get some guys some rest, because with Bohm down and Turner down, you're using some of your extras. So your depth is really taken a hit. So it would be good if they could get some people some rest and wrap this thing up. And I mean, the good news is Trey Turner, his injury, it's not as bad as anticipated when he kind of hobbled off the field on Sunday. And they are very confident they will have him back for the playoffs, maybe even a dry run for a game or two before. But that's a good thing, that it's not as bad as people had feared.
Were you surprised at the use of the changeup so much last night, Jimmy? It seemed like he usually uses it only like 13% of the time.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was using it a lot.
He did, and that was part of the plan, to use it more. Now, the Mets have seen him a lot over the years. And when he's not precise with his fastball, they tee off. And changeups has been a good pitch for this guy for a number of years. He learned it, he refined it under Bob McClure, former pitching coach, and Rick Kranitz, and it's always been a good pitch for him. I guess I wasn't surprised, because he's he struggled. And when you struggle, something's got to change a little bit. So he changed his style of pitching. And then, he's got such a good chemistry with JT. They really kind of shelved the cutter last night. And they showed it once, and that was on the strikeout of Soto. I think they felt like, okay, he's seen everything we got. Let's put a little different wrinkle in it. And, boy, it was a big pitch. It was the one cutter he threw all night, and it goes for maybe the biggest strikeout of the game against one of the game's most dangerous hitters.
I tell you, it is so just relaxing to have a strikeout closer, to have somebody, because you run into trouble. It's second and third, less than 2 outs, and there's McNeil. Now, I know you get away with the foul ball because that ball was close.
That was.
Having strikeout stuff makes you breathe a little bit easier.
McNeil scares the hell out of me. He is such a tough out.
He and Vientos against the Phillies. My God.
Vientos. What is with Vientos? He just kills the Phillies. But, I've always loved Nimmo and McNeil. I think they're grinders. I think they're pesky. They get under your skin.
Yeah.
And they've always, to me, been very tough on the Phillies. McNeil, he's a little bit like Harrison Bader. When he's on your team, you love him. When he's not on your team, you kind of, he gets under your skin. But man, he's a good bat to ball guy, and it was scary there. I even thought they might consider walking him. They brought the infield in. They didn't. You could think about maybe a double play there, but Rob, I'll tell you what, he liked the matchup. He liked his guy against him, and he played some. He showed some faith in some guys last night.
I don't want to quibble, but I think Duran. I want to see more heat, man. Like. Yeah. He falls in love with the splitter. I'm like, dude, you got such fire. Just throw fire, man.
And he ended up doing that. I think his last strikeout was on a breaking ball, but he ended up getting, somebody threw, one of those strikeouts was 102. He just blew it.
That's McNeil.
Yeah. It was McNeil.
And
then he started Alvarez with 2 fastballs, and he had no shot at it.
And then he got him on a breaking ball. Yeah. I mean, when you got 102, 103, and if you can blow it by people, to me, that is the way to go. That's why they got him, to intimidate people.
Yeah.
But, that is his signature pitch, that splitter or the splinker, whatever the heck he calls it. Hey, it is nice to have a lockdown guy, because they get second and third, and your heart's in your throat a little bit, but also in the back of your mind, you're like, this guy can get 2 strikeouts here and end this thing. Where in a lot of years in that situation, you're just waiting for your heart to be broken.
Yes. Any concern about the lineup? I mean, listen, I know. I mean, because they're so easily to navigate when you got no Turner, and I think it hurts Bryce a lot.
Yeah. Well, they're down 179 hits, so there's concern. I mean, that's why they kind of threw everybody up to the top of the order last night. They figured, let's get all our guns up there, and we know there's going to be a drop-off. Castellanos wasn't even supposed to start that game, because they were facing the right-hander, McLean, who was nasty. And Brandon Marsh ends up with flu-like symptoms, and he's under the weather. He can't start. Castellanos starts, and he dumps one into right field. And, Aaron Nola and the bullpen make it all stand up. But there's always concern about the lineup. When they are on, they score a lot of runs. When they are cold, they can be ugly to watch. And now you're down 2 important right-handed bats. Very important. Top half of the lineup, right-handed bats. It's a good thing you can close this thing out soon, and those guys can get healthy, and they're due back for October. And then at that point, you gotta hope we're going to see one of those hot stretches from this team that they can pull off now and then.
Jimmy, you make anything of the promotion of Adam Miller as far as coming up and helping out? Maybe.
No, because they seem very committed to having him finish the season in the minor leagues. I personally don't think he's ready. I mean, I guess you could throw him out there right now in a pinch, and he could make the play. But I'm not ready for him to play in the major league playoffs or anything like that. So I don't think it had anything to do with the Turner injury. They have a history of having their top guys move up a level in the final couple weeks of the season so they can get their feet wet at that level because they'll be going back there next year. I mean, they did it with that Dante Nori as well. They've done it with a number of guys over the years. I think he earned his way to AAA. He's had a hell of a year in AA. I mean, mid-season, he was scuffling. A lot of people scratching their head. He has finished with 2 dynamic months, 53 stolen bases, 800 plus OPS at the age of 21, over 2 years younger than the average age in that league. Just a couple of years out of high school. I think he's had a remarkable season, played well defensively. I just think it's an earned promotion and a chance to get his feet wet because he's going to go back there to start next season. And then, after that, he could be knocking on the door here. He's an exciting player. You've had what a year you've had in between Justin Crawford and Aiden Miller.
Yeah.
Two top position prospects that have shown a lot of progress and a lot of promise. And there's other guys as well. And I still think Andrew Painter's going to get back on the wagon here and be a very important contributor in 2026. So, but no, I don't read into anything vis-a-vis Trey Turner's injury.
So let's go to the contenders lastly. And, man, the Dodgers, now they get a great performance out of Glass now and they're pitching, but against the Rockies. But they still don't hit, right? Dollander, they couldn't hit Dollander. The Cubs couldn't hit Elder in Atlanta last night. The contenders look kind of mortal heading down the stretch.
It's like everybody goes through it. We see it here in Philadelphia, and we hiss and moan about it. It happens everywhere. I mean, offenses go cold. The stuff these days on these pitchers is so big, and there's so much firepower. And I think the swings have gotten so big over the last 2 decades that it just lends to droughts like this. But Anthony, we've talked about this, not just in the National League. I think the whole thing is wide open. The entire 12-team tournament is going to be wide open in October, and somebody's going to get hot and have a storybook October and have a parade. Why can't it be the Phillies? I think
Jimmy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's important you get Trey Turner back healthy, and hearing that it's just a grade 1, I feel good about that he can get back and get through October and maybe do something special and then rest it all winter. But I think it's going to be a wide open tournament and it's going to be a lot of fun. And the Phillies are, the second best record in the National League. We were all worried about them coming out of that series in New York. The Mets play the Phillies tough in Citi Field. Yeah. But after that, the Mets have basically buried themselves because they have not built on that series. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Phillies bounced back in a big way without Wheeler, did it last night without Turner, have had a nice run after that difficult series. And 8 games up, guys, magic number 11. It's going to happen. And it would be great if they could get 3 out of 4 in this series because that, you're picking up 2 on the magic number every night when you do that.
Last thing, and great stuff, Jimmy. I have to share an awful story with a thank God ending. All right. I'm at a wedding Saturday and I get a text from a buddy of mine who's like, hey, is Charlie Manuel okay? He's like, I saw these tweets that he passed away. I'm like, I don't understand these people, right? It's disgusting. So I frantically text Charlie. I'm like, yo, you all right? Like, everything good, man? And the next day he texts me. I was going to call him in the morning, but then he texts me and he's like, yeah, I'm not dead.
No, I can assure you he is not. I saw him in the press box last night at the ball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and Missy, they look great. They were enjoying the night.
But it was awful. Like this, I don't understand this. Sometimes I just don't get it. But I thought I only told the story because it was funny when he texted me. Yeah, I'm not dead because he must have got people texting him.
That must have dampened your mood at the wedding.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, oh my God. I was telling my wife, I'm like, oh my God, I hope this is not true.
What is up with the people who do this stuff?
There was one that went around about Dick Vermeil
Dick Vermeil.
recently. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, Howard Stern was just talking to someone was saying his co-host Robin was dead. Reported like, what are people doing this stuff for?
It's horrible. Anyway,
Weird.
No, he looks great. He's looks like he can kick ass and take names.
yeah, baby.
Jimmy, are you a baked bean fan? Our chat has got a whole baked beans discussion. Do you like them? And if you do you use canned baked beans or make your own?
You have a baked bean discussion?
I don't know why they're talking baked beans.
It's been a lot of food today, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I do actually. Well, this is funny because I'm a gardener, and
we know we can't forget the way you keep telling us.
This is pole bean season, and I picked a massive amount of the green beans, the ones that climb. Picked a massive amount the other day. My wife made a 3-bean salad.
Nice.
And fabulous. Had some of that when I got home from the game last night. But do I like baked beans? I not only like baked beans, I love baked beans.
Do you do the canned ones?
I just buy the bushes out of a can.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll make a piece of toast and I'll put them on toast with a slice of onion.
Oh,
man,
beans on toast, fantastic.
With onion.
Okay, with onion. I'll try the onion.
Sometimes I will get a couple hot dogs, put them in the skillet, and cut them up with the onions and the can of baked beans, and just let it all kind of get nice and happy together. I love baked beans. I've loved them my whole life. Why are you asking this today?
I don't know. It just came up in our chat.
I love baked beans. I loved them my whole life. That's fabulous.
Hot dogs and baked beans is really good. My mom used to make that for me all the time.
Thanks, you're the greatest, dude. You are. You're the greatest. A-list performance out of you.
This is amazing. Yes.
You're just outrageous. I love it. You're the man. Good stuff, pal.
I thought this might have had something to do possibly with some of the
Nola fart. Right. Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't him.
Did you rip the fart or hit the fart on Jimmy?
Who
After the beans?
We want names.
It was from points unknown in the clubhouse, but it made its way over to the interview area, and there was this 1 second pause, and then everything started.
Look at the chart. See, farts are always funny. I'm sorry. No matter how old I get,
universally
farts are funny.
Universally funny, any language.
Yes. Yes. You're the best, buddy. Thank you, brother. Awesome stuff. Thanks.
Nice talking to you.
Massimo, he loves to fart on
the rib one.
Yeah, he loves it. Like he'll walk in and he'll try to go, and I go, dude, you better not to get too close because then you're crossing the line. All right, and you get smacked.
Yeah, he does it.
He loves it. He loves to leave the room with a present.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I like it. He's giving
the duster.
Yeah, he's giving.
He is
something to remember me by
for sure. All right, Jimmy was good.
He was.
Are
great.
you a baked beans guy? I wonder if the
I do the baked beans. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
Well,
of
the question was homemade baked beans.
Yeah, I don't mess
canned.
around with that. The
and homemade is way better than canned.
I wouldn't even know how to start with a homemade baked bean.
Buy beans?
But then what do you put in them? Like I don't even know how they get it. Is it a barbecue sauce? What is it? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like sugar.
Joe, you like
what's
the
glaze?
pasta beans? You don't do the beans? Really? By the bean?
He doesn't do any vegetables.
You don't like the bean at all? Your mother makes pasta fagioli. That's pasta.
Oh, I love that.
The soup, the pasta fagioli, no? With the grated cheese?
Even me.
That's one of my favorite soups.
It's a great
love
soup.
That and French onion.
Yes, French onion.
Love.
The greatest.
It's almost French onion weather. We're getting close.
Yeah, we are.
Here's the thing. Great French onion is the best, but there's a lot of bad French onion.
There's bad,
mediocre
like
bad.
like overly cheesy, not the right. Needs to be Gruyere cheese.
Can it ever be too cheesy? Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's a fake cheese, it's not well done. Nah. And the onion needs, like the soup needs to really feel the onion.
It's got to bathe in the onion.
It's got to be in that little crock.
Yeah,
the crock.
Yeah,
I love when the cheese is rolling over the crock, and you have to take it and cut it with the spoon.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's good stuff right there. It's strong. It's good French onion knowledge out of you.
Oh yeah.
All right. We are in overtime, and we're going to go to the brain. All right. OT. And joining us for the Bet Park Sportsbook Online Casino app, great sportsman that he is, the brain.
Brain. Red, the brain finder.
Top of the morning, brain.
Good morning, T. How are you? What did you think of the game last night?
It was awesome. What a great football, man. And look,
it was
the kid showed you a ton. The pick six was a horrible throw. He telegraphs the whole thing. And then he plays a great quarter of football, man.
Well, you know where he went to school, so it's not surprising. But no, it was
Look at that flex.
Well, actually Saturday was awful, by the way. Michigan, oh my God. Watching that, Anthony, that game on Saturday against Oklahoma, on a side note, oh my God. I could talk about that. I don't want to bore you for 20 hours. But anyway, no, listen, it looked like Caleb got off to such a great start. I think it was 10 of 10, something like that. Bears fans are going crazy. Great home crowd. You could even just see it on the atmosphere there looked incredible. They're down by 11 points, and yeah, give them a lot of credit. I also give Stefanski credit for not Stefanski. Oh my God,
O'Connell.
We get Kevin O'Connell stuff. They went to Jordan Mason, which I thought helped change things around too. I thought Mason played really well. Aaron Jones had a great career, but I'm getting older, and I thought the runs that Mason had were really good. That really helped the team as well.
And he had a little bit more quickness through the hole.
Yeah, he definitely had more burst. And McCarthy obviously made that big run. Made some nice throws. I actually thought they dropped a couple passes they should have had on top of it. But it was an exciting game. It was a great, again, I was obviously pulling for the Vikings, and I was able to, was glad they were able to get that done. And that was not an easy atmosphere, and they pulled through it nicely, I thought.
What were they at one point? Because at one point it looked like after the pick six,
they were down 11. They were probably, I'm guessing, and I probably around at least a 6-1 dog, 7-1 dog. I'm guessing in that vein. But again, credit to the Vikings. They kept it together, and then it's funny. I don't know if you guys agree. Caleb, in that after they started blitzing more with Flores, and Anthony, I know you talked about Flores potentially befuddling him. I thought it was like really a tale of two halves for both teams, right? Like not just JJ and the Vikings, but I felt like Caleb in the second half was I looked like kind of like what was it? Who was the player they go, he's seeing ghosts? Who was that? Sam Darnold. Remember I'm seeing go or whatever, and then I felt like Caleb got a little bit like that, where he was just did not look good to me after the first half. But listen again.
But here's his problem, and the problem is he's such a great athlete. Is that he can bail himself out with his legs, and he made some really nice plays. But when you got complex blitzes like Flores will throw at you, it lures you into traps.
Well, he also, Anthony, said he had the highest inaccuracy rate of the entire week one of any NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
highest, which is not a good. It's going to take Ben a
minute it's going to take him a year to get that kid right.
Question for you. Obviously, if they repick today, Jaden would be the first pick. I don't think anyone would question that. I'm sure the Bears would admit that behind closed doors. But who do you think would go second, him or Drake May?
Man, I still think Caleb. I still like Caleb.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
I'm just giving you my own kind of preference. He could do so much. He's got an arm, dude. Like no,
he does. He's the talent's there.
He's got an arm, but I mean, the factor is that I don't know the kid, right? Like, I don't know how stubborn he is. I don't know, can I fix him? Like, I don't know. I mean, I need to know that first. And if he's suspect there, then it's Drake May. But the skill set, I'd still take over Drake May.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I do. Again, it was interesting game. He had tail of two halves. But this is why I give O'Connell credit and the Vikings credit, because you're watching that game. They couldn't do focus in that entire first half, right? I thought they were a little too conservative too. I gotta be honest. It was Aaron Jones 2 yards, Aaron Jones 2 yard. It was almost like watching again, like when we watched Harbaugh at the end of the game. Just all right, let me just have come on the one play. By the way, what's interesting, the analytics said on the Harbaugh thing, forgetting that me and you, Anthony, we talked about how going run and making it 3rd and 9 was just not intelligent. But when it was 4th and 2.5. Again, I always wonder after the ChatGPT thing with our trivia thing, I always wonder who's checking the analytics now. But the analytics said that it was a bad mistake by punting the ball with 4th and 2 versus going for it with 1:50 to go or whatever it was, because they were out of timeouts. And if they punt there, they're saying they're going to score. Versus if they go for it, if they don't get it, okay, they're going to score, but at least
the problem is if you don't get it, you're right in field goal range. That's a big problem.
Correct, but I guess they were saying they were going to get right in field goal range anyway, and which is exactly what happened. Again, I don't know who checks.
Yeah, I'm not coached by ChatGPT, but that stuff rankles me. But whatever,
I agree with you.
All right, let's look ahead a little bit because.
Sure.
Some fascinating games. I know you're diving in early, right? Like you got early.
Yeah, I did. But
a line that shocked me was Oklahoma was only 24.5 at Temple.
Well, Anthony, again, and to me,
look ahead.
The thing about the right. Well, yeah, I'll bring up.
I mean, that means hangover because you played Michigan.
Yeah, it's funny, Anthony, and it's funny. There's some places it's even as low as 23.5. Here's the thing, and that game to me, and again, I may have had a different perspective than others. Oklahoma, look, their defense played well for sure, but I don't know. I wasn't like crazy impressed with Oklahoma, to be honest with you. I wasn't. I felt more Michigan looked disappointing than necessarily Oklahoma looked good. You know what's crazy? I think I saw like Mateer's like now like the favorite for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my, if I could bet the no on that, sign me up for the table max, because he is about as much chance of winning the Heisman as me, in my opinion. We'll see how that plays out.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I mean, I agree with you, but I'm not going to be as that bold. Like he's got no shot.
You know what's funny?
I got to do it. You know what's funny? In about a half hour, I got to do an Oklahoma podcast.
What, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Actually, radio show.
Can I ask you a question? It's funny because my son Carson asked me this. He goes, Dad, can Sawyer Robertson of Baylor win the Heisman? He's 100-1. I looked it up, and I'm like, I just don't. I go, his stats are going to be like amazing, but I don't know if a team that's not top 10 can ever win the Heisman in these days. I said probably not. Has it ever happened? Or no, it doesn't ever happen, right?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay.
No.
I didn't know if there's been cases where like a guy. No, I agree. And Temple, listen, again, they haven't played anyone, but they played respectfully. And look, I actually thought the number would come in right about what it's at, to be honest with you. I thought it would be low to mid 20s, which is what it came in.
I got to tell you.
You think it's going to be a rout?
I'm hoping it's not, but they didn't play anybody.
I know that.
I mean, like literally anybody. And now you got to face that team. And what always worries me when you're facing a team like that is that you can't handle the fronts.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a little bit close. Again, and Anthony, me and you've talked about like a few times where like this is going to be 35-0 at halftime, like this exact game over the Temple. And it always has been. Watching Oklahoma carefully against Michigan. I don't know. Like I know they won and they clearly deserve to win. A zillion % deserve to win. But I kind of saw more of a methodical kind of offense, not like an explosive. Back in the day, remember Oklahoma's like when they had Bob Stoops, whatever. Like Baker. They'd be scoring.
No, they jump on you. They were 43.
Right, they jump on you. Right,
yeah, they jump you. Yeah, I agree.
Right now, this version of Oklahoma to me is more like this is a marathon, not a sprint. We're gonna play slow. We're not gonna. I kind of I was like watching them. Like, all right, now I had a big bet on the over and Michigan. I lost both, and I was like, and I almost hedged out of it. I could have gotten out of the over under. It actually went to like 45 late, but I kept it, unfortunately. But I thought they played like kind of, for lack of word, just slow, and it was just more like methodical.
Yes,
Death by 1,000 paper
and your
cuts.
read's right. My only fear is they just can't hold up. Now, if you can't hold up,
It could be 34. It could be 34-3.
There's long
Yeah,
scores.
34-3.
You know, I mean, they're not going to come
37-3.
in
Yeah,
looking
listen, I
to
get
put
it.
up 100.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I hear you again. And look, Temple played no one. Again, maybe they're getting a little bit too much for that. Will there actually be somewhat of a quote unquote home crowd here for Temple? Would be nice to see. You know, it's funny. I always root for the local teams always. And I mean,
Yeah.
Temple to me, Temple football has just always been, I guess, except for when Matt was here. I mean, it's just right. It's just hard. It's just hard. It's not a true, with the football games, it just doesn't seem like they get that backing that the basketball program would get back with Coach Chaney or whatnot.
I mean, again, only when Matt was here. When Matt was here, it was there. It popped.
That was it, right?
You
Paul
know?
Palmer back in the day. That was another one with, I think, with Bruce Arians was there. But it's been a very tough thing. I always root for Temple, and I'm hoping they can keep this close. I'm hoping that people go out and be like, you know what? We're seeing a top 10 team here or whatever it is with Oklahoma, great program. Temple started off great. Let me take the family and kids and go and see a fun game. And that's what I really hope people in Philly watching the show, like, let me go to this game. Let me support Temple because I think they deserve it. And again, it would be nice. I think it's a premier matchup in terms of a good game coming into town. And I hope people support them. I really do.
What's your early read Eagles Chiefs?
Look, the line did like a flip, Anthony. It opened 1.5 for KC, flipped to 1.5 for Philadelphia. Here's the thing. Again, there's two ways for me to look at this game, and I don't have to bet every single game. This is not a game I'm personally going to bet. A couple people I respect, like, oh my God, who do this professionally, you want on the Eagles, the lines difference and like and this is. Aren't tough, they're coming back from Brazil. You have to love Philadelphia, right? And I'm like, no, I really don't. I don't love Philadelphia. This is a stay away game for me. Look, Kansas City loses the first game. It's going to mean a lot to them. Eagles didn't look great, in my opinion. I know, obviously, no Xavier Worthy and the Chiefs are like a wounded bear where they're injured. And you look at the talent. But here's the thing. Anthony, and I'm not trying to I hate when people overreact on one game. I hate it. I hate it. But watching the Eagles now, and again, no Jalen Carter, I understand. I probably am not, even though I'm saying it, I'm probably not putting enough into that. But again, they lose their defensive lineman from last year, and I felt like watching the game against Dallas, it was like watching me trying to rush these guys. They didn't get close to Dak. And I don't know. Again, then watching the Super Bowl last year, the Eagles up front, that was domination at the highest of high levels. Kansas City improved offensive line. Eagles weakened defensive line. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to have to see the Eagles do it again, dominate up front. I would hope Coach Reed, from Kansas City's point of view, could make some adjustments. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think this is going to be like an Eagles route like we saw in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be close either way. I'm actually going to lean Kansas City, believe it or not, but I'm not betting the game.
Did it open as Kansas City -1, 1.5, and move?
Yeah, well, the look-ahead line. They'll look at VG. They now, like Parks, they'll post these lines like a week in advance.
Okay.
They'll look ahead line before the Eagles played. Before Kansas City played, was Kansas City by 1.5, which I thought was a fair number. Now I also get why Kansas City got severely docked. They got outplayed. Eagles win, granted a tough win. Eagles win, Kansas City got outplayed, and Kansas City loses their top wide receiver and Rashee Rice, of course, already being suspended. I get why the move was made. Again, when it goes through the zero, guys, not as big of a move as that thing going from 2.5 to 4.5, right? There's not all 3-point swings are created equally. Going from 1.5 to 1.5, yeah, if the game lands on 1, like the Ravens game the other night, okay, you're like, oh my God, that's tough break or a great break. But move like this, it's more or less who you think is going to win the game. I think it's going to be a close game. I would be surprised if it's not close either way.
I think I like the Eagles by double digits.
Ooh.
I mean,
not a route like the Super Bowl, but
right. Convincing.
27-17, 31, 20.
Well, the Eagles have beaten them what now? Twice. They beat them at the end of in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That game was it 2 years? They beat them in that game as well. So since the Super Bowl, and again,
I
the Super
don't
Bowl
think they're that good. I mean, I
get it.
tell
Look,
you, I don't. I look at him and I go, especially without Worthy and Rice.
well, that's the whole thing, and it's interesting. I mean, Marquise Brown caught like 26 passes for 27 yards. Look, they're going to have to rely on
But that's
Mahomes'
not getting
greatness.
it done. Like I look at it, I'm
get
honest with you.
Kelsey against these our linebackers are quick,
Yeah, like
physical.
You're going to have Carter back, so you'll have your pressure. You got Zadarius coming in. I'll be honest with you, Brad.
Yeah,
I would do your pizza
Yes.
bet minus 13.5.
we'll see. Again, the Chiefs are a team, and I think you guys would both agree that kind of like the Patriots from years back. This is a team I faded.
I mean,
more than
listen,
anything.
I love those
I have
guys.
gone
I mean,
against
they're dear
Kansas City,
friends of
like,
mine. I mean, you know,
yeah, they're right.
I mean, I know them better than anybody. Like I
Anything.
talk to them. I talked to I talked to Spags already a couple times already. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'm not gonna tell him that, but I just don't believe that they're. You know, I think. Listen, they were great. They were a dynasty, right? Like they went to
Dynasty.
they won 2, been to or actually won 3.
No, 3.
No, I know. I was about to say one back to back, but they won 3. You know, I mean,
Lost
we're
2.
going for a three-peat. I mean, they're a dynasty, but they don't. I don't think that offensively they can hurt the Eagles.
I get it. And listen, I guess the other thing is, you know, I guess I'll say this: the Eagles facing an offense that you would say certainly has more. Obviously, Dak versus Mahomes is a massive difference, but they didn't allow a point to Dallas in the second half. And Dallas, with those wide receivers, those would dwarf anything that Kansas City could throw at them.
Yeah.
So I get it. I absolutely get it. Again, it's just to stay away from, and it's just honestly, mostly because of how many Kansas City to me is just a team. I just feel like whenever you just think this team is not going to get it done, they've found a way to do it. Now maybe just the talent disparity is just too high that Mahomes just won't be able to pull it out against it's clear the Eagles have a better roster. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. Just the fact that I don't know. If you do believe in quote unquote revenge, I really don't. I think both teams are trying their hardest, but if you do buy that angle, the Chiefs have it. The Chiefs lose a tough first game. I'm sure they're like laser focused. We got to get this one. Not that the Eagles don't care. I'm sure they do. But it's just a stay away game for me, guys.
I get it. All right. We got plenty to cover over the week. Anything in baseball tonight?
You know, it's funny. Freaking what's his name hurt my feelings like Anthony. They took what's his name out after 5 innings. Miles Mikolas with 4 hits. But I thought that the slate today was extremely tough. Look, from the Phillies' point of view, Suarez is going against Manaea. I think the Phillies will win. By the God, the Phillies, I mean, geez, the injuries, they're just mounting up.
I would think you'd be on the under that one.
Yeah, probably because I think it's gonna be tough for who the Phillies have their lineup right now is potentially a little shaky right now. Potentially a little shaky. Yeah, I would definitely lean to the under for sure. Because I don't know how many runs Suarez is pitching well. And I just don't know how many runs the Phillies are able to score with this current version of their lineup. That's probably the best way to actually attack it. I would actually agree with you, Anthony. But I thought the baseball schedule today was extremely tough. I really didn't love anything. The good news is I think the Phillies are looking pretty good for getting that number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Which to me is the biggest thing. Because if you get that number 2 seed, that is huge. I mean, that is everything, because that's all you can ask for. And if they do get that, again, they're certainly going to have that chance. And I'm looking here. You could take. I don't really trust the Phillies bullpen outside of the closer. 5-inning line is 4.5 runs. It's probably merits to play because I don't think there's going to be a run scored in here because I don't think either team's going to get to the 3 runs, Anthony. I don't.
Yeah. All right, Brain. Great stuff, my brother. As always, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Appreciate you guys.
See you,
Be
pal.
good, guys. Thank you
Brain.
so much.
La Brain. He's a great sportsman. All right. Finish up with a little back in the day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Back.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
All right. What do we got
Feel a
here?
little filled up. So, Phillies, 1993, this day. They're beating up. Lenny Dykstra goes yard. They throw at Mariano Duncan, and chaos ensues.
You know, my favorite things were I was shot. That's just a juice.
Duncan's not playing around here.
He came in swinging.
Yeah.
Love a
Came
fight.
in hot.
He got his feet set.
Yeah.
Throwing a couple.
You know the big baseball circle logos?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they were super cool.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
They were
The
awesome.
empty stadium, but
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, everybody. We love you. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you in the morning. Have a great day.
We all silly like the mayor.